So politics is reliant on this thing called call time. And what call time is basically politicians, elected officials, and candidates spend a huge chunk, if not most of their day, just calling the richest people they know and asking for money, usually thousands of dollars at a time. And this is not an exaggeration. This is how most politicians get most of, if not a huge chunk of their money. Every candidate hates doing it. No one is having fun in this equation. Candidates don't like doing it, the people receiving calls don't like getting them, and the voters don't like having an entire system that is reliant on oligarchs to function. But when you ask, why do we have to keep doing this? The answer you'll probably get is, well, that's what you have to do. That's what we've been told, and I think that's stupid. I'm also gonna move over this way. I think that's stupid. We have tried call time in a less predatory way. We call our donors and thank them for their donation, and our first priority is updating them on the campaign. We want to give them an update, tell them how their money's used, and then we also say, you know, if you can spare it, if you're able, X amount would pay for Y expense. And while those conversations are super fruitful, and I love talking to our volunteers and our donors, it's still a lot of time that is spent leaving voicemails and not connecting with voters, not being able to even do things like sleep or other things I enjoy. Campaigns are crazy busy, and I figured there has to be a better way than doing this outdated system that a lot of people really hate. So we started these live streams. Basically, we have been fundraising via live stream, playing video games. I've been knitting. Today we have on John Iadarola. If you want to be a part of that, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Today we have a goal, a very big goal, of $10,000. If you are able to donate, do so at catforillinois.com/stream. Any amount helps. And if you can't, then please send this link to one of your friends. Send the stream link, tell them to join. We want to get our viewership up too. So catforillinois.com/stream if you want to support. A few updates on the campaign. We just had our door knocking launch today, which was very fun. I'm changing this song because it's really distracting for me. We had our door knocking campaign today, and it was a blast. We had like 30 people show up and come knock doors in the rain, which was crazy. It was disgusting outside. So if you were one of those people, thank you so much for being there. Additionally, we have had a fantastic week overall. We are ending our petitioning season on October 26th. So if you have petitions, make sure to come to the office at 7016 North Clark Street. We are doing our last notary party. Do I have to live in the state to donate? No, you don't. You have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident and be 18 years of or older. Is that a black eye? Do I have a visible black eye? My face hurts. I got hit in the face with a baton on Friday while protesting ICE at the Broadview facility. So if you want to support a candidate that is willing to put their body on the line to stand between ICE and stand for immigrants, you know, donate or send this link to a friend. I genuinely think that should be the bare minimum. So let's get our guest in here. I'm gonna call John. One sec, y'all. Oh my god, he can see us now, Asha. How fun is that?
Oh my god, actually?
I think so.
Maybe when I'm goated.
One sec, John. Give me a moment. I am getting the hang of this, guys. Look how flawless we are.
Hearing you yet?
Can you hear me? One sec.
Not sure.
Input.
Let me make sure.
Why isn't it working? Producer Asha, can we get some help here?
Know what the issue is?
Voice and video settings. Can you hear him?
Can you hear me? Testing. Let's check. Can y'all hear me on the stream?
Yeah, stream can hear. Change. Oh wait, no, that's right. Then why can't this?
Oh, here we go. Can you hear me? How about now? Can you hear me? Wait, no, I'm muted. Can you hear me now? Okay, awesome. So John, thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you on our final test stream. I set a very ambitious goal today of $10,000. Basically, we have raised $60,000 doing these live streams, and we really want to show that this is a viable way to fundraise. We don't have to be dependent on rich people. So we are asking people do we still have Echo, y'all? Echo is gone. Amazing. We want to show our political world that we can have a system that is not reliant on just knowing the most rich people. So if you can donate, do so at catforillinois.com/stream. And if you can't, or if you can, send this link to a friend, tell them to join the stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you ready to play some Stardew Valley?
I'm ready to do my best. It's been a while, but I'm gonna try to jump in.
Amazing. Asha, where's the Stardew? Do we need to launch it?
Pardon?
Do we need to launch Stardew?
We need to launch it, yes. Go ahead and do
Okie
that.
doke. One sec. We're getting there. How are you, John? How's life? Now I can't hear you. Are you muted?
I have the world's most sensitive button for muting the mic, but no, politically everything's absolute garbage. Personally, things are going pretty well, and I'm super excited to do the stream. I love what you've been doing out there. It's been awesome, and I think inspirational. So overall, pretty good.
Awesome. Hold on, I'm trying to fix Stardew sound. Music in the top left. Thank you, Asha. Everyone say producer Asha.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh wait, go back.
Host.
Yes, that one.
Amazing.
And tell John on his end if he can help. We'll actually wait and see.
All right, I'm just gonna make sure our holy cow sound is on. I don't hear it.
Holy cow!
All right, there we go. We got the holy cow sound back on. Let's see, y'all. All right, producer Asha. Okay, hold on, y'all. One sec. I'm just gonna mute desktop audio. Please hold, John.
You're gonna lose actively that way.
I know.
Go to E.
Huh?
Press E. And then go to the little game controller. Yep. And then scroll down.
There we go.
And then sound. And then desktop back.
All right. Here we go. And then we have to make sure John can get back into Stardew.
Holy cow!
Why are my controls? There we go. Amazing. So how do we get him in here, Asha?
Not know how.
Are you
Got the code.
logged
I am
into
trying.
co-op?
Yeah, I'm putting in the code, and it's so far saying connection failed so
Okay.
far.
It's saying connection failed. I'll be keeping up our farm in the meantime. Two-person game. Amazing. I'm doing all the work here. It's crazy.
How experienced are you in Stardew?
I have 100% completed Stardew before.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it took a while and it was totally worth it. Which chat does Kat and John follow
Holy
mostly? Twitch or
cow.
YouTube? I have both of them popped out. Thank you to producer Asha. Holy cow is loud. Okay. Okie dokie.
Yeah, so far it's still saying connection failed.
It's still saying connection failed, producer Asha.
Yeah, I've got that code that was provided. I don't know if maybe the code is different now.
Let me see.
Make sure there's like bars around the code.
Are you putting the bars around the code?
Holy cow!
Bars around the code. I don't see bars in what was given to me.
Just copy and paste it.
Just copy and paste.
Yeah,
plus
that's what I'm doing.
Letter number string.
Wait. Maybe?
Maybe?
It's connecting, it says?
Okay, okay. Connecting, it says. I better see you pop out up here. Everyone cross your fingers. And donate at catforillinois.com/stream and send this link to your friends.
Holy cow!
There's a holy cow. We love to hear it. Asha, can we shout out some of our donors while we wait to see if this connects for John?
Yes, we can indeed. Shout out to, oh my god, we've got so many big ones already. Zachary W.
Zachary W., thank you so much for your donation.
Our average donor.
With our average donation of $32, because even with 30,000 plus donors, our average donation is still just $32.
Peter G with $100.
Peter G with $100, thank you so much.
Daniel S with $100.
Daniel S with $100, thank you so much.
Dominic C back again. We love to see you with $4.20.
Dominic C with $4.20. Good to see you, bud, and nice. Stephen E, thank you so much for your donation.
How's the started working?
How's it working for you, John? Is it still connecting?
So far, still no. It tried and then it failed. copying it directly from the chat. I don't know what the issue is.
Okay, does anyone want to help? Chat, you want to troubleshoot this? We can also just talk
Holy
about
cow.
politics.
I'm really not qualified to do that.
You never
No, I'm
talked
kidding.
about
Of course we
politics in
can
your
do that.
life.
A couple of minutes, actually.
You don't even know what
some-
politics are.
No, I know that politics is going on. I've just never really felt that invested in it. What is it that you're doing with your career? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, that's a really
yeah,
good
no,
question.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah, so I think we're good. It's right here. You know, I can play some Stardew later. I am going to log out of this real quick. One moment, y'all.
Damn, I was really excited to learn this thing. I haven't played it since it like first launched.
It's okay. We have been trying to do multiplayer. So we had Amir Talai on, who is one of the voice actors on Has Been Hotel. We were going to do multiplayer Untitled Goose Game. But unfortunately, we couldn't make it work. Guys, I'm really sorry. But you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream, because if we can pay Asha more, even though we pay her a living wage, maybe she'll be able to make 2-player work. I don't know. Yeah, she's holding us hostage. John, what's up?
It's an exciting weekend. I think there's been so few times this year that I've really felt like a genuine, I don't know, sense of like rekindled hope. But while, I have some like criticisms of the No Kings protest. Like I think that it's a great thing that's being done. I think there's so much more that needs to be done, but that is being done. And 7 million people went out in the streets. And even if that doesn't constrain Trump's power in any measurable way, and it doesn't make Mike Johnson suddenly become reasonable and release the Epstein files, like I think it's a reminder to everybody who goes and everybody who sees them that opposition to Trump is not a fringe thing. It's not a radical thing. It's not a crazy thing. It's a thing that regular people, millions and millions of them, feel very passionately.
Absolutely. I mean, I saw, a lot of, look, we're both progressives. We're both very active in like progressive circles. And we know that we can be really annoying and downers sometimes. Like, let's be real here. Like, if anyone's seen One Battle After Another, that entire scene with the code words, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My partner Ben just turned to me and he was like, wow, it's like every Signal chat. But one thing that I did like seeing is a lot of people that are, kind of disillusioned with like electoral politics or like the idea of like liberalism and stuff like that, being like, oh, these are activated, angry people. These are people that want to be in the streets. They, like, just because someone hasn't been doing this before doesn't mean that going out means less. In fact, authoritarian regimes thrive when when that type of dissent is not seen widespread. And I mean, it triggered Trump enough to make like a diarrhea AI thing. So I don't know what that was about.
Except that you do on another level.
Except I do very much.
To do to these people. Yeah. So not only did he do that video, which I'll definitely be talking about if I show tomorrow morning. I don't know if you scrolled on his Truth Social timeline. He has been coping hard. It's dozens and dozens of memes. Like, him and his followers are really trying to like recenter themselves after this popular show of opposition to him.
Yeah, they're like, oh wait, we're not the special ones, which you never have been. Sorry to tell you. Yesterday I did not take the time to scroll through his Truth Social feed because I like myself, and also my whole body hurts after being shoved around a bunch, and so I was like, you know what, I don't need this. I'm gonna catch up on Gen V and help knit a sweater. There's producer Asha.
I need to do that. By the way, I love that you're underselling being hit in the face with a police baton as being pushed around.
Okay,
you're really no-selling that vicious assault.
I mean, like, here's the thing. I feel a little weird because now we've been going to Broadview every Friday. Like, myself and some of my friends have been going each week. We had this press conference 2 weeks ago. One of our demands was met, which was taking down this fence that ICE unlawfully erected that was endangering press and protesters. And it feels weird every Friday to post like pictures of me being like roughed up in one way or another, like being thrown or being pushed or being tear gassed or being hit in the face with a baton. And like, I don't want people to think it's like misery porn. I don't want people to think it's an exercise in futility, because first off, that type of consistent pressure is working. People are still showing up, and we need to continue showing up, especially as the weather gets worse, especially as more and more people are detained. But also, like, I have a large platform. I want to make sure that people know what's happening, and like they're still willing to beat us. I've never been hit with a baton before. It was weird.
Holy cow.
It wasn't fun. I wouldn't recommend it. But like one of my very good friends came with
That
me.
was great.
It was great. I would recommend it. It was awesome. One of my friends that's been with me every single week, he was arrested. He was thrown to the ground, and he still says, if you're watching this, you know exactly who you are. He's like, yeah, I don't have a concussion. Every single person who was released before him was like, you need to take him to an emergency room because he is 100% concussed. And I am certain he lied to the doctor, but like it was scary, you know, but at the same time, it felt less scary than usual because it wasn't ICE doing it. It was like Broadview police that led us into the street that resulted in that. It felt more like the excessive use of force that we're used to in protests. Oh, that's so fucked up to say. Anyways, that's my rant.
Yeah, none of that should be normalized.
Donate at caprillinois.com/stream.
There you go. I think videos like yours, what you're doing, and then when it, you know, goes to that excessive level, I think it's important and potentially radicalizing in both directions. That you know, they would love, the Trump regime would love to be doing this mass deportation, to be building these concentration camps, to be separating families, murdering people, gunning people down, ramming their car, and then not get any press coverage. And just be able to do it, and like their side knows, but the other, like they would love that. And that's impossible when you guys are doing what you're doing, when you have a horde of inflatable frogs marching through the streets of Toronto, like of Portland. That doesn't, like, you can't ignore it. And then on the other side, you have people on the right who are taking a break from posting about how violent the left is to like cheer you being brutalized. And that makes their side look terrible too. That they want priests being shot with pepper balls, and they want congressional candidates being yeeted across the street and all that. They delight in the violence against people they disagree with, even if those people were being 100% nonviolent.
Right. And like, here's the thing. I mean, like, I'm Palestinian, but let's be real. When people look at me, they don't realize that unless you're that one guy at a debate tournament who was a Palestinian dad who came up to me and goes, your nose is Arab. And I was like, oh, okay. But like, most people don't realize that. And so when I get thrown around, they're like, oh, this tiny blonde woman can be brutalized over and over again. That means that I'm not safe. If they're willing to do that to her. And like, that's why it's unfortunate. But in this country where, like, what I keep trying to stress immediately after that video of me being thrown to the ground went kind of viral, every interview I did, I wanted to stress, like, look, this isn't fun. Like, these Fridays, you have like a little panic attack when you get out of the car. You can feel the pepper balls in your throat and the tear gas. But everything we've been going through doesn't hold a candle to what the migrants in that facility are going through on a daily basis. They're denied their basic human rights. Their families can't find them. We don't know where so many people are as they're being forced to sleep on concrete without hot meals or access to hygienic facilities. And so it's just really important to remember that this is why people keep coming out, even when it's so not fun. Also, someone did say with a name like producer, Asha's career path was limited, which is very fun. We're legally changing
it's like
your name,
naming your
Asha.
son Jeeves. You know where they're going to end up. Yeah, and you know, look, it is definitely messed up that that sort of thing is necessary, that it's not enough that they're brutalizing the migrants. The media barely cares about that even in the abstract. But maybe, if it's you, then maybe they'll pay attention. Probably not, but maybe. In the same way that like the genocide in Gaza, like the media's been a little bit better than they would have if this had happened 10 years ago. But for the most part, it's very much at arm's length. It's abstract. But then, like, you know, the flotilla goes there and Greta gets brutalized, gets tortured, sexually assaulted. And there's the media kind of has to pay attention to that a little bit. Even though we know that the Palestinian prisoners that are being, you know, exchanged during the ceasefire, quote unquote, we know many of them were tortured, many of them were sexually assaulted, but the media is barely interested.
Holy
Like,
cow.
it's messed up that we need figureheads when the people who are like closer to the horrors aren't enough for the media. And I hate that that's the way it is.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's why I think it's really important, especially for like white people to use their privilege. I mean, I talk about this a lot, but in 2024, I spent a lot of time trying to advocate for Palestinian human rights, you know, as a Palestinian person, but also because I think human rights are cool, no matter who you are or what flag you're born under or what ethnicity you are. And, you know, I was a creator at the DNC, and I realized very quickly I was kind of like the token Palestinian, and was denied access, ended up sleeping on the concrete outside when they denied a Palestinian American speaker. And then a couple weeks later, I got a call from some of the DNC organizers that were working with the PAC that were saying, you know, we were really moved by how passionate you were about this issue. We would love for you to lead our era of outreach in swing states. And I was like, I will do it for free if you get me 10 minutes on camera with Kamala Harris, because she needs to be seen publicly speaking to a Palestinian person. And it's so fucked up this is the case. But it is less controversial to speak to someone that looks like me than like my cousin in a hijab, you know? And it's just, if you realize, like, recognize where your power, where your privilege, and where your platform is, and use it. We need that right now. That's what being an ally is. And so we've seen a lot of like white dudes at Broadview who are stepping up, and I really appreciate that, because a lot of I mean, John, you know this, a lot of times in these spaces, it's especially like Black and brown women that are forced to be doing so much work. And I've been very moved at how many people are just horrified at the horrors and stepping up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, really fast. It's messed up, you know, what they did to the DNC. And I remember I was covering like the ring of speakers, like every day. It was just trying to fight for getting one speaker there. But in the end, the joke's on you, because her being bad on the issue of what's going on with Gaza didn't hurt her in the election at all. So I guess it was fine in the end.
It's one of these things where it's like all the polling showed that like in swing states in particular, this was devastating. And if you're wondering what that holy cow sound is, chat, that's someone donating, donate at capronline.com/stream. That's so weird to say in this conversation. Anyways, but I'm told a lot like, oh, it's because of this population, whether it was for trans rights or human rights, or, well, trans rights are human rights, but like, you know, specifically about Gaza, or even affordability of like these groups or these ideas lost us the election, or they didn't matter. And it's like, was this group so large that you should have paid attention to it and should have listened to them and should have at least talked with them? Or were they so insignificant that they didn't cost the election? Because it can't be both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Going through chat, drop some questions in here. We got John on here till 7:30, and this is your time to interrogate him. Someone said, who is this old man you have brought on stream? Would you like to introduce yourself? I didn't give a good intro.
Yeah, I'm John Iadarola. I would love to be really offended at that label, but like I can only be a little bit offended at this point because the grays are coming in. Especially a couple of years ago, I had my first daughter, so that's happening faster now. Yeah, no, I stream about politics. I've been doing it for a long time on the Damage Report. That's my show. We do a live show, 90 minutes every weekday, and we just try to check the terrible things that are going on. We try to lift up the good people that are fighting back. It's an unflinching look at, you know, what's going on. That's pretty much it. That's me.
There you
I
go.
also write fantasy and sci-fi fiction. That's one of the things that keeps me sane.
Wait, tell me more. I didn't know this. Also, have you ever read Red Rising?
Red Rising is the sort of Roman-inspired sci-fi thing with the body modification and all that.
Yeah, it's an insane space opera about eugenics. Yeah.
Yeah.
It changed my brain
the
chemistry.
first one.
Oh my god, no, the first one is like the first one's fun, but like it's clearly him trying to get a contract to write the most insane space opera you've ever seen in like the Hunger Games YA era. When you start the first chapter of the second one, you're like, oh, who gives a fuck about the first one? Once again, first one, very fun. It does not hold a candle. It's like almost like a prequel to the rest of this. John, you got to get on this. Wow. You got to get on this. It's unbelievable.
The guy who told me to read the first one didn't say anything about the second one. Yeah, no, I would have never believed that was going to expand in any kind of space opera or anything.
Oh no, it's a full-ass space opera where everyone is hot. Like it's a very great critique of like how fascism and eugenics like interplay, and also you have the exact same thing that happens with every single time there's a critique of fascism, where fascists are like, oh, I really identify with the villain. That's the good guy. Yeah, and that's how you know it's good, because the worst people in the world take the wrong message from it.
Yeah, that's my only goal in life, is to write something that becomes popular enough that the worst people in the world identify with my villain.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I hope.
Anyway. Wait, tell us about your sci-fi though. I love sci-fi.
No, I mean, I've been writing for a long time. It was always about like my live stream, but for the past couple of years, I have a Patreon where every month I put out short fantasy, sci-fi, sometimes like post-apocalyptic fiction, a little bit of space opera. My like main thing that my patrons know me for, which is gonna make me seem even nerdier if that's possible than what I've already told you, is, are you familiar with like Redwall or anything like that?
No.
Okay, well, imagine.
Am I a fake fan?
Imagine Lord of the Rings. What's that?
Am I a fake fan? Am I a fake sci-fi fan?
It's a little bit. No. It's fantasy, but it's
Okay.
It's a little bit old school. It's British, and they were kind of for kids, even though each book was like twice as long as a Harry Potter movie and featured like gory war and death. Imagine a fantasy world, but instead of humans, elves, dwarves, it's just animals. that's the main thing that I write. I've written a novel in that world. It's like epic fantasy, but with mice and possums and pangolins and stuff like that.
Also,
So,
I love
yeah,
this
I have
question in the
issues.
chat. Speaking of dragons, is Heater behind you? Heater is not behind me, but she is a dragon. John, chat wants to know if you played Minecraft.
I did play Minecraft for a period. I was never like, I'm too old for it to to have been a Minecraft kid or whatever. But when it first came out, I played for like, a few months or whatever. There's only been a couple games that I get fully sucked into for multiple years, like League of Legends, Magic Arena, Fortnite to some extent. There's been a few things like that, but mostly I'm a dabbler.
Okay, got you. Since we're at the 30-minute mark, do you mind if I take a second to shout out some donors?
I'm not interested in your fundraising. I'm kidding, of course. That's why I'm here.
All right, Asha, let's, well, first I'm going to plug, if you want to shout out and also to support our stream and also show that politics doesn't just have to be about rich people, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. And I do need to ask all of you a favor that will cost you $0. Send this stream to your friends, post about it. This is our last trial stream. So we are trying, this is a proof of concept for a new type of fundraising and we need your help. All right, Asha.
All right. Tanner W.
Tanner W, thank you so much for your donation.
John K.
John K.
Atifa G.
Atifa G, thank you so much for your donation.
Greg M.
Greg M.
John K.
John K again, thank you again.
Simarjeet S.
What's that?
Simarjeet S.
Simarji S, thank you so much for your donation.
Errol O.
Errol O, thank you so much.
Keith B with 69.
Keith B with 69, nice. John, can we get a nice because we're all children here?
Nice. Yes. I was thinking it anyway.
John K again.
John K again, we love you, John K.
Danielle W with 169.
Danielle W with 169. That deserves two nices because $169 goes a long way on this campaign. Indeed, holy cow. As the chat hears, John does not. We're not imagining this sound. Thank you so much.
Gele C.
Sorry?
Gele C.
Gele C, thank you so much.
Colin W.
Colin W.
Nandini.
Oh my God, is that Nandini? Hi, Nandini. Thank you so much for your donation. Is that it?
Yes.
All right, cool. And if you want to shout out, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. We have a 10K goal today, which is very ambitious, but we have almost hit it on one stream, and this is our last trial stream. So let's try to show this as a proof of concept for a whole new type of politics. John, how much do you know about call time?
Call time. I mean, I've volunteered for congressional campaigns. I've done the endless days of calls. If you could kill that as a concept, it's been a long time since I've done that, admittedly, but still, I have the PTSD. So I would love it for you to kill that and establish a new paradigm.
I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. So like we have ditched call time. I'm going to put a caveat on here. If we're having an event in another city, like if I travel, we try to do like stuff for the campaign. I will call donors who are in that area and be like, hey, we got this donation. We got this event. Come hang. But besides that, I'm very corrupt. I know. This is what we're doing instead. And so we've raised $60,000 just doing this in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, but the first 3 streams weren't promoted. Like this is so freaking cool. We did say if we raised $100,000, I would do a 24-hour stream. I don't think we're going to do that. And I'm fine with that fact. $100,000 is cool, but I am perfectly happy with $70,000. catforillinois.com/stream. John, what's giving you hope lately? Like, what are your little joys?
I mean, the last season of Stranger Things is finally coming out.
Holy
No, I'm kidding.
cow.
Look, my daughter is the biggest thing because
How old
in
is she?
her I
Holy
see some.
cow.
She is 2 years 2 months, so she's still a little one. She is exactly the perfect age where she will Trump will likely die
Holy
before she starts
cow.
writing things to permanent memory, and
Awesome.
that's very important. To
I
me.
mean, not
don't want her to
dying.
remember this
We
time.
don't like death. But I love the idea that she can live at a time what's
Yeah.
not the Trump administration as like her first thoughts.
Exactly. No, but just seeing her and, like her curiosity and everything, like for someone who's such a cynic as me, and I like all day, I'm like reading and talking about Pete Hegseth and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem and Tom Homan, and that makes me want to never talk to another human. She gives me some hope. But no, just seeing how fast Trump's approval rating has dropped, seeing that people do actually pay attention to the policies, not just the rhetoric, but the policies and the damage they're doing, seeing his numbers on particular topics like on immigration drop, it gives me a little bit of hope that people are not just consuming propaganda that's been algorithmically generated to exactly tell them they're right and they don't need to question anything. The hope that the midterms could go well and we can get an awesome crop of new elected reps like you. That gives me a lot of hope. There's a lot of things. I'd like more, but there's a good number. What about you?
Also, Holden said hi from Evanston, which is in our district. Hi, Holden. Thank you for being here. Let us know if you want a yard sign. You can email us and we'll drop it over. And you don't need a yard. I don't have a yard. I live in an apartment. It can be a window sign. One sec. Just texting. Actually, I'll just ask. Asha, can you drop link in chat for people to share? It doesn't need to be regularly. Anyways, my hopeful things. I mean, there are the things of like, so I live in Rogers Park, which is a very diverse neighborhood in Chicago. We've already had a lot of ICE activity, and our neighborhood has just come together in such an incredible way. So 2 men were abducted on the same block as my campaign office on the corner at 9 a.m. in the morning. Redundant, but 9 in the morning. And the next day, 400 people in our neighborhood got together to sign up for school watches, to be in like an ICE Watch signal chat, to get whistles. We've had volunteers 3D print hundreds of whistles that we're just giving out, and we've given them to some of the businesses on our street. Like our volunteers give me a lot of hope. It's really, really incredible. Wow, that's so many holy cows, y'all. Thank you so much. But like, we love to see holy cows. One night, Ben and I were going to sleep and we saw all these unfamiliar cars on the block. And I've told this story like a billion times, but I just think it's really exceptional. So it's 11 p.m. We go downstairs in our pajamas just to make sure it's not ICE. And it's a bunch of guys fixing the water lines. And they were like, oh, cool. Glad you're down here to make sure we're not ICE, but we're not. But also like 8 other people had come down in their pajamas at 11 p.m., which is so sick. Like it's the reason I wanted to live in this neighborhood in the first place, is because of the community. My alderwoman Maria Haddon, like when it rains hard, she will be on the street like making sure that our drains are not clogged with leaves. Like it is such an incredible place. I mean, there's a reason that Republicans hate Chicago, and it's because like this has been the center of the American labor movement. It's one of the most diverse cities in the country. Tom Homan hates us because we know our rights. It's the only place Trump has ever had to cancel a rally because he got scared of protesters. And like even at Broadview, you know, like it's terrible. It's not fun to be there, but people keep coming out because we're like this. We can't just keep letting this happen. And like there's defiance here, and that's really cool. Other things of hope, my little cat Heater, when I go to bed at night, she sleeps between my legs and purrs until we both fall asleep, because like that's where she feels safest, which is so lovely. I've been playing a lot of Hades 2, which has been fun.
Nice.
I think those are my hope core ideas.
A new GTA is coming out next year. We got that to look forward to.
I've never played GTA.
What? I mean, if you end up having to do your 24-hour stream, GTA 5 would take up a good portion of that.
As someone said in the chat, let's get 500 in the YouTube chat. Share. Would love to see that. And also someone said, only moved 2 years, but proud to be a part of Chicago now. This is actually something I get a lot about my campaign, is like, I wasn't born here. So my father and grandfather immigrated here, or my grandfather and then father immigrated here. Chicago was the largest Palestinian population in the country. And it's always been a huge part of my life. Yeah. Like the largest Arab population is, I believe, in Michigan, but the largest Palestinian population is in the Chicago area. And I could have like been talking about that from day one, but like that's their story. It's not my story. And even though Chicago has always been a huge part of my life, I also don't want to, as like refugees come here in our own country for trans rights, for reproductive rights, for climate change. I don't want people to feel like they had to have been born here to be involved in the political system, because this is an entire city of transplants and immigrants, and it's so welcoming. And so I'm really glad that you're here in Chicago and that you're a part of it. I'm glad to be a part of it too. I love when we have volunteers come into the office and they're like, I moved here 2 days ago and I want to get involved. Like that's part of the coolest part of being here. And I've had someone tell me, only one person in real life, that was like, go back to where you came from. And I don't know if they're referring to Palestine or Texas, but like, I can't go to Texas because if Ben and I want to start a family, I can't see like my aunts and uncles because of the garbage reproductive laws there. 1 in 4 abortions in the Midwest are done in Illinois. And I just think that we need to be as welcoming as possible, especially as this becomes the center of the country, not just longitudinally, but as climate change worsens, like culturally. In 50 years, Chicago is going to be where people are. yeah, someone said in the chat, I believe the home you chose is more important than
Holy
just being born
cow.
somewhere, and I completely agree. And it's really lucky to be here. Where are you based, John? New York?
I'm a transplant too. I know I'm in LA. Well, I live in Inglewood, but basically LA. I'm originally from Connecticut, but I did my doctoral research in Texas, so I have some time in
I didn't know you
Austin.
have a
So I've been kind of
PhD.
all over the place. I didn't finish it. I
Okay,
left
okay, he's a
actually before
dropout.
finishing my dissertation to take this job. Yeah. So LA, a city of transplants too. And this is one of the first places that was hit by the really gearing up of the militarization of ICE, and we got to see a good amount of what you're saying about people coming together to warn their neighbors, to try to protect their neighbors, and all that. And it's been great to see that in all of the other places that have been hit in DC, and now in Chicago and in Portland and all that. And like like it sucks on a level. It's like the second worst thing that could happen is that in a place, where we grew up, a place that we love, that you would have to be so vigilant and that everyone would have to worry, is that group of men ICE.
Right,
That's the second worst thing. But the worst thing would be for us to need to do that and for people to not do it.
right.
But people are doing it. People are meeting the moment. Maybe not as much as we would like, and the opposition is really self-satisfied. They love their dear leader. They love the violence. They love cities, being invaded. All that stuff about don't tread on me. They never meant any
They
of it any more
love
than they
being
meant.
tread on. They love the taste of boot polish.
They
That's their
love it.
favorite
Oh my
food.
God.
Oh my God, it's
They want to get
crazy.
surgery to be able to unhinge their jaw so they can
Holy
fit
cow.
The
more of the
full
boot in
boot,
there.
yeah. It's
Oh,
I mean,
tread and all.
it's crazy to think about how much we're all being traumatized day by day. I mean, I see a white van and my heart rate picks up. I was exhausted coming back from Broadview because we had just done like the, waiting at the jail thing, getting hit thing, all this stuff. And, I just wanted to like go home and see my cat after we got my friends out of jail. And we saw a white van and I was like, I hope this isn't ICE. And like, it felt so self-centered because I was like, I hope this isn't ICE because I want to go home and we'll stop. But at the same time, it's like the fact that that's the same thing as like, it's so normalized for us that it's like, oh, I forgot that thing at the grocery store. Now I have to stop at the grocery store, so I can't go home yet. It's fucked up, man. It's so fucked up.
Fast.
It happens
Hasn't
so
even
fast.
been a
We're not
year.
even a year in.
No. Yeah, and it can be very depressing. I mean, if you have a job, like I have, like you were doing, up until, running for office, like you have to absorb all of it. You're a filter for all of the metaphoric and cosmic slime of these people. And in particular, it's a little bit more abstract with when cities are being invaded, but seeing so many different areas of government being utterly dismantled is like, at first glance, I think it's very depressing. But I try to tell myself that which can be destroyed can be rebuilt. And a lot of these areas of the federal bureaucracy weren't amazing, And so maybe we can build something better.
Yeah.
And maybe the Department of Education can be better this time around and can
Holy
take
cow.
its ethical obligations more seriously. Maybe the EPA can be better. Maybe the CDC can be better. I mean, I think they were generally pretty good. Department of Labor, Department of Housing, like they think, we can cut all this funding. Well, then we can increase all the funding the next time around, as long as we have the right leaders in charge.
Right. Like we can't just go back to the status quo. But if you're going to burn it all down, then we're going to build it so much better next time. Like that's the thing, is we can't just go into this with like a despondent about the future. We have to come back and be like, oh, we're going to create something even better. Someone asked in here, how can I run for office? One of the best ways that you can get involved in politics is running for local or state office. And you can go to runforsomething.net. They have helped connect thousands of people with resources to be able to run for office. We actually did a stream with Amanda Littman. You can go on YouTube to watch the whole thing. She is unbelievably cool. I have loved seeing how many people are running for office. I mean, even my own race, we have like 19 candidates now. And I actually like that. I like the fact that there is a competitive primary. It's one of the things that made me run for office is, and I think that you can relate to this, but I'd love your perspective. Disinformation reporters like myself. I mean, I lost my job because Elon Musk sued us for accurate reporting and then harassed and then deposed me like around this time last year in Chicago. And we told Democratic leadership about January 6th before it happened. We were like, this is going to be bad. Like, take this seriously. We told them about COVID misinformation, about the big lie, about how like the DEI, CRT, Great Replacement Theory, trans panic, how it all tied together and where it would come to. And then we were ignored. And like, we have been used as a dry run for what is happening to the federal administration. And, you know, you and I, and, you know, my partner
Holy
and so many of our
cow.
friends, we chose to be in this line of work despite the doxing and the harassment and all of that stuff and like the real trauma that you get from it. But we chose to do that. And now the entire American public is being forced into that exact same role, but they didn't choose to do it. I don't know. I'd love to hear
Yeah.
your thoughts.
No, that's a great point. I mean, so I got into academia. I was doing political psychology. I was basically doing work on like how value systems are built and what influences, you know, sort of generational changes and distributions of value systems. And I loved it, but it was also incredibly abstract. It was incredibly removed from like the everyday experience. Like I'm doing all that work, and then I'm also listening to, you know, like Air America Radio, and I'm listening to like I just wanted something more direct, and you're, you know, a couple steps even more direct than that right now. um and I would love for us to have a country where everything was going so smoothly, set up so well, run by such
Holy
competent people
cow.
that we could all just go to brunch and not need to know who the border, you know, like czar is or whatever, like to not have to worry about who are the governors of the Fed. I would love for people to not need to know that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they do need to know that now. And that's one of the ways that Trump, not just in how terrible it is, but how like how insult his need to troll, his need to needle and belittle and dehumanize people. I think that he hates having people
Holy
check him and
cow.
criticize him. And he is also cursed, like an ancient Greek fable. He is cursed to produce the opposition he has no psychological or emotional capacity to withstand.
No,
And so I love to see it
100%.
everywhere.
100%. And like, here's the thing is the way that I try to put it, because a lot of what, as Asha said in the chat, love hearing all these holy cows coming in. If you want a holy cow, and eventually a shout out once we let John go, capitalillinois.com/stream. But, so I did this video like before I decided to run for Congress. It was right at the top of the administration when he was nominating people before he was sworn in. And I was like, I cracked the code to the Trump
Holy
administration
cow.
nominees. And it was like a triple Venn diagram. And there was overlap in every category. And the categories were animal abuser or alleged animal abuser, alleged sex abuser, and Fox News. There was overlap in every single category. And all of these like weird characters. So part of like how Ben and I really bonded, like when we got together, is every time I've dated someone, I've had to
Holy
kind of explain
cow.
all of like the fucked up backstory and lore behind these people that I was watching every night, that I was studying, that I was reporting on. I'd had to be like, yeah, so Dan Bongino, blah, blah, blah. Let me show you the Nick Let's Go song, blah, blah, blah. And, they'd have to like catch up, but Ben already knew that. And so we just sounded like two
Yeah.
demented people anytime we would talk about work. But all of the people that we used to cover now run the government. Like, I was
Holy
reporting on and getting
cow.
in beef with Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Tom Homan way before all of this. And now they run our government, and Democrats don't know how to handle them because they don't understand how to handle this new right, which isn't new. It's been going this way for a decade and they haven't listened to us. And like, Illinois does so many things great,
Holy
but it means you
cow.
haven't been having to deal with those people until very recently. And so we
Yeah.
need people in Congress that understand the right. Journalists and people that have been covering this shit for years do understand this, and I got sick of waiting for our leaders to listen.
Yeah. No, I love the idea that like you found someone that you don't need to explain the Silmarillion.
Holy
Like they get it. They
cow.
know the lore. They know it's canonical or whatever. That's great. Yeah, and it's wild that these characters that like you back a few years back, you came on my show a couple of times, and like those are the people we would talk about are just supposed to be jackass podcasters or
Yeah.
kick people, or like they're not like a couple of years ago I wrote an op-ed about how conservative bestsellers, it's a myth. Like basically none of them actually sell organically any books. And I cited my evidence, and one of the people I talked about was Dan Bongino. And so I had like a day-long back and forth on Twitter with Dan Bongino having a mental ass breakdown
He's
over my
such a
accurate reporting.
snowflake.
Oh no, can I tell you the most snowflake thing he
Oh my
does?
God, please. I
He
love shitting on
tweets.
Dan Bongino.
He is such a goddamn baby boy. He will tweet something at me and then block me.
No, so
I'm
true.
not gonna let he can't say, and then he'll unblock me so that he can tweet something at me, and then he unblocks me. It's like a little boy who like hides behind his big brothers and then like runs out and kicks you and then runs back behind them or something. And now that guy's in charge of the FBI almost, kind of, although
Deputy
not
in
really.
charge, and except he
Well,
cries on
but
TV when he
also,
talks about it because he feels like he has too much stress. Because yeah, you were a podcaster before. Like,
yeah, and someday he will be again. And also, when was the last time you heard anything about Dan Bongino? That dude, I think, has been sidelined pretty
I
hardcore.
wanna
But
be at the
what a baby!
RNC. Nick, let's go. You can DMCA me. You heard that song, right? The Dan Bongino song from
That
the
just
RNC in
Holy
2020.
cow.
No, I did not actually.
Oh my
hear that, no.
god.
I was at the RNC in in 2016. Sorry. Never
Oh my
mind. It
god.
was
How
all
do you not
remote.
know this? Ugh, I don't know the
No?
rules of if I can play it. Ugh, I'll send it to you. I'll DM it to you. But someone DM Nick Let's Go and ask if I can play this. Question: how much do you think that the problem is Democratic leadership honestly doesn't know what to do, or how much they're afraid to do anything and upset their big money donors? I think it's a combination.
Holy
I also think
cow.
it's fear of the right, which I get. Don't get me wrong; these are scary fucking people, especially when it comes to like doxing and the rise of political violence. But you signed up for this job. You asked like 700,000 people to vote for you. It is, you have, like, fascism doesn't come for the elected officials first. It comes for 238 men who are deported without due process. It comes for the tamale lady that gets deported for just standing on a corner, which is why it's so important for them to speak out. But a lot of them are afraid of upsetting their donors. We see this with AIPAC. I mean, it's ridiculous how many politicians are terrified of AIPAC. AIPAC's already in my race. So we're pulling second, and the person below me is like, most of her money was raised by AIPAC, and they called me a dangerous detractor in an email, which I guess just means like pro human rights. But also, I think it's like a lack of literacy of new media, a lack of literacy of the far right, and an unwillingness to engage because it's scarier to admit that this is happening, or this was happening like in the 2010s, early 2020s, than it is to just like
Holy
shove it under the rug.
cow.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, first of all, when I was talking about like things like being taken down then being built back up better than they were, the Democratic Party I think should be one of the main things. The leadership, it is wild to me that after 2024, none of the leadership's different. It's all the same. Exactly. Like, you lost to Donald freaking Trump again and you still have your job. That is wild. I think they are very old in general. Even the ones that aren't biologically that old act old. Like Hakeem Jeffries is not that old, but that dude might as well be 70.
I don't know, that album cover was so sick.
The shot with him with the little baseball bat. Oh, he was so
Oof.
tough. So tactically they don't know what to do, and also look. The biggest issue is they don't want to do much. They want to stop some stuff from being done that I may agree with them on. They may want to stop Trump doing all these things, but in terms of what they like, if they got back in charge, what is their top 10 list of things that need to be done? It's basically nothing, because their donors are pretty happy. Their donors aren't desperately calling out for changes to how healthcare is provisioned, or how much housing is being built, or who can buy up all the housing. They don't really think that we need to modernize the energy grid. They don't give a damn about what happens in Gaza. They're pretty happy. All they want is some stability. Maybe they want to ward off a few of the excesses of the fascists or whatever, but they're not like burning inside to right these wrongs because they don't see them as wrongs.
Right.
And
Their
so I
job
don't
security
trust
has been
any of them.
fine, and their donors' money has been fine. And that's one of the things, like when I talk about call time, one of the things I say is if you run for office, when you're setting up campaign infrastructure, one of the first questions you will be asked is, how many people can you call on day one to max out donate to you, which is like $7,000 if you're running for Congress. Which means that if you want to run for office, and especially local and state office, where a lot of these positions, you'll probably have to like take hours off your job or like quit your job entirely to properly campaign. Those, like, the people that can run for office are the ones that already have rich people to call.
Yeah.
Which means that a lot of our leaders, like half of Congress is worth $1 million or more. Some of that's insider trading, but I think a lot more is just like you have to be rich to run for office.
Yeah, and the rest will be soon. Yeah, no, and it is such an impediment to regular people with a wide variety of lived experiences from actually entering government. It's one of the reasons I wouldn't necessarily want to run for office. Is I don't want to do that sort of thing. I barely was comfortable asking my mom to watch my daughter so I could do this stream. I don't want to call up people for money. And plenty of people don't have anyone to call that can donate a couple $1,000s. It's grotesque. It is no way to run a political system.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's bad. I would say it's bad, and I think it sucks.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down for big money in politics. What is something that, like, I want to talk about not politics for a second.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook.
Do you cook?
Yeah, no, I do a lot
Okay,
actually.
awesome.
I had a couple of years. My wife and I were doing like Blue Apron like
Mhm.
a lot, so we got really into it that way. There's a lot of stuff that I like cooking, but my main thing that it's pizzas. I like making pizzas. I think I make a hell of a pizza. My wife and I have made hundreds of pizzas over the years. Like the pandemic was really big for us learning how to make amazing pizzas. And yeah, it's got to be that.
What type
about
of
you?
pizza though? Like, what's your favorite?
I mean, we don't do anything too crazy. I mean, we have done things that are kind of crazy. Like we've done stuff with like hot honey and stuff like that. I like
Ooh.
putting like nice big globs of burrata. Um, I don't know, nothing too crazy. I like the classics. I like a good supreme, but I'm perfectly happy with just like a margarita or
Do you
something
just
like
put it in like
that.
a normal oven, or do you have like a pizza oven at this point?
So I have like I got a stone like for my oven or whatever, but I don't even think most of the time I even use it. Like the pizza just comes out undeniably good the way it is. Why mess with success, you know?
The Adam, the
I'm like a
producer.
Democratic donor. I like the way things are going, and I'm
It's
not
all
gonna
great. It's all
change it.
great. Adam, the producer at Bad Hasbara, got like a full ass pizza oven in his backyard, and we'll just like, because
Yeah.
we bonded over that the first time I was on there, and when we were setting up a call, and I was just like, send me emails of your pizzas. And so he just like emails me to be like, here's a picture of my pizza, send me a picture of your cat, and like now we're pen pals like that. It's awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'm making a couple pizzas tonight. I might have to mail about it. Can I
Okay,
ask you a quick non-politics
please.
question? Just because you brought up sci-fi, and I don't want the
Mhm.
whole stream to be about sci-fi or whatever,
No,
but
I'm super happy for
uh,
that.
you asked about Red Rising. I'm just curious,
Mhm.
for you, the Red Mars series and The Expanse. Do you have any experience with either of those?
I don't, but it is on my list.
So good. And there's a
It's on
lot
my
of
list.
politics
It's
in
on
both
my
of them.
list. Do you read Becky Chambers at all?
No, I'm not
Super
familiar.
great for like solar punk stuff. So like her book Psalm for the Wild Built genuinely makes me less afraid of mortality. It's just
Hmm.
like a great future of like everyone's needs are met, and this is how like we commune with nature but also technology, and like a very human, and it's a super short read. I've read both of them in like an afternoon. um Anyways, a great
Okay.
book.
I've got her page up. I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah, it's a blast. And also I cannot wait, oh my god, for the Project Hail Mary movie. Project Hail Mary, I cried like a fucking baby. I'm not sure if you've read it. It's Andy Weir, same guy that wrote The Martian. It is delightful. You know Andrew Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my old boss, and when I was still at Media Matters, I was like, Andrew, you got to read this, and he was like, I'll get to it. And then he finally started reading it, and he would like text me like page by page updates, and then he got his mom to read it and would like send me screenshots of his mom reading it. But yeah, it's great.
I've read The Martian. My wife was reading Project Hail Mary recently, and she didn't finish it. I didn't pick it up as a result of that because
How
she
far did
wasn't
she get
totally
in?
sold. I think about half. I think
Mm,
maybe a third.
skill issue. Yeah, okay,
I am
that
curious.
makes.
I like The Martian.
Yeah, so like Project Hail Mary, someone said it's top 5 sci-fi for sure. So like it starts off with like just, you know, Andy Weir, guy is stuck in space, and then it evolves into like a fantastic like buddy comedy with an alien. That's as much as I'll say. But like it's not
Okay,
like an alien
okay.
where it's just like, oh, like I hate when you read about aliens and they are just guys on 2 legs with 2 arms and are like a different color. It's like he really thought about it, of like interesting aliens, which I respect. Also, someone asked if we've read The 3 Body Problem. I have.
I did.
It was definitely like hard sci-fi in a way that my non-STEM brain, I was like, Um, it took him.
Yeah, I was
It
too
was
stupid
dense.
for it.
Yeah, I felt a
I
little
was
too
too
stupid.
stupid.
I thought the Netflix adaptation was great. I was really. This is the thing about what is it? Weiss and Benioff, the guys that did Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
They're really good at
Yeah.
adapting source material. They're just garbage at making
Original.
new material.
Yeah. I'm a bit more of a defender of the last season of Game of Thrones than most people, but I largely agree with
Okay,
you.
we don't need to get into
Uh,
that. If you think the last
We don't
season
want
of Game of
anything
Thrones is bad,
controversial.
donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Show John he's wrong. Catforillinois.com/stream. Send this link to your friends. Tell them to gang up on John in the chat. Ooh, Octavia Butler. Great. Another great sci-fi author. Actually,
Oh, I freaking love Octavia Butler.
Parable of the Sower is one of my favorite books. It was like a religious experience the first time I read it. That like to the point that I write the Psalms from Parable of the Sower in my planner.
Wow. I actually have Parable of the Sower. I in my entryway, I have just a couple of books there, room for a couple of books. That's one of the books right there, actually.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Great author, though.
Yeah, fantastic.
I also
author.
think I think that she has been really done dirty by modern culture that has not dumped into adaptations of her work. Like
there was
she
an
has written
adaptation
so
of
many
Kindred.
amazing
It was fine.
Oh, there was?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that.
I don't know. The book is so good.
Mm-hmm.
But it,
But how has there not been a Parable of the Sower adaptation?
I know.
Considering the time that we are in right now, how has that not been adapted?
I would love to see a Parable of the Sower animated series. I think that would slap. But yeah, Octavia Butler, visionary, rest in peace, queen. Unfortunately, will never finish the Parable series because she's not alive. But one of the most impactful books in my life. Oh, thank God. Thank God for AI. How much AI do you use, John?
I do use AI. Like I use it as like, you know, when you just Google something on your phone, I guess technically most of my replies come from AI. And there's a few things that I use it much less than I did. Like basically every 3 months, going back the last 2 years, I've dropped 10%. It just keeps going down and down and down. Now I use it for like if I want to know how old Tom Hanks was when he filmed The Burbs.
Like you put it in like Chat GPT?
No, I use the built-in AI, and I guess it's Gemini technically. I have a
so like when
Pixel,
you're like
when I
Googling
press the
something.
microphone button. Yeah.
Okay, I was worried. If you do, someone said the look on Kat's face. If you don't want to get AI results, life hack, put in a curse word, write fuck in the search bar, and you just won't get AI results. It's great.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh my God, I forgot to
think
put the holy cow back, y'all. Sorry. Coming back, don't worry. No. I just wanted to check where we were. Yeah, thank God. Okay, I was worried that you're like a Chat GPT guy. No, I shouldn't. I was on a show one time and we were talking about Zoran, and I watched the person next to me on their phone go on Chat GPT and put name of socialist mayor NYC in their Chat GPT. It was crazy. And it was like, we had the notes ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's making us dumber.
AI is probably
Holy cow.
the technology that when it was first coming out, I had the high, like I am a like I'm a Star Trek kid. Like I grew up thinking, oh my God, we're going to nail this shit. We're going to be in Star Trek Voyager by the time I'm 50. So I've always wanted like this advanced technology, and it's probably the technology that not only like itself I've become most disillusioned over, but I think that
Holy
it has had a
cow.
ripple effect towards my thoughts about technology generally, and the capacity for technology to really assist in transforming society. I still use it for some things, but I just like when I see Sora 2 and when I see Donald Trump with his jet video, I think like we're cooking our planet for this.
Yeah.
This is why we're tripling energy costs. This
I mean,
is
I think
why
I see that thing with like AirPods where it's like we can translate languages in real time, and like sometimes I feel like a Luddite about AI, but then I'm like, that's dope. That's sick as hell.
That is cool. Yeah.
That would be cool, but not like making a diarrhea plane. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go, John. Do you have any final words?
Okay. I hope that you continue to kick butt, not only in these streams, but in the campaign, not only, you know, in your office, but also on the street. And I hope that I'm excited like you are that there's a lot of people in your race. And I hope that that's just a lot of losers
Holy
come next
cow.
March, I hope. And I hope that you get into Congress because that would be amazing.
That'd be so fun. Then you can have a friend that you can harass for favors because I'm very corrupt, as we established earlier. Can we get a donate at catforillinois.com/stream, please?
Wait, sorry, say that again.
Can we get a donate at catforillinois.com/stream?
Donate at catforillinois.com for the stream. I'm really
/stream.
/stream. Do that. Go donate, and I think the link is on the stream right now. Actually,
Yeah.
as well.
Wow, that was so easy. You're such a shill. God, that was so easy
I'm
to
also
do.
corrupt, actually. George Soros, I'm sure, will be paying me for doing that plug.
Well, he paid all of us at our protest yesterday. So,
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you so much. Have a great stream.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let producer Asha take over real quick while I pee. Thank you, producer Asha. Oh, I need to take off headphones.
Hi guys. Hi everybody. Hi. I've been hanging out in YouTube chat today. I always forget how nice to me they are in there. I love your YouTube chat. YouTube chat, I love you. No more AI talk. No more AI talk. I do enough of that for my thing. LOL for my degree, excuse me. We love
Holy
you.
cow.
How's everything going? Everything's going great. I just went to Devon. We do need more holy cows. Everybody get some holy cows in here so that I'm like awesome. Share some love. I do love you on Twitch. I do love you all on Twitch. Maya, thank you so much for holding down the fort on Twitch. Twitch chat has not been mean to me. Twitch chat is also very lovely to me.
Holy cow.
I was on Devon earlier today because it's Diwali tomorrow. Shout out to anybody who's celebrating Diwali tomorrow in chat. Happy Diwali. It's cool to see. I've been to Devon like a bunch of times, but I don't know. I'm from Ohio, and so there's not really a place like Devon anywhere like near me, and so to see like a little bit of India is super cool, and it really makes me feel like home. I go in and I talk to the people at the store, and I just feel so like, I don't know. It's an interesting
Holy
feeling.
cow.
I don't know if there's any way to replicate it. How am I celebrating? I am going to have like a nice dinner with my friends. I didn't celebrate for a long time because I think like Kat has talked about what it's like to be kind of like a white passing person, and I have come to the realization that I am not white passing, but I am certainly not white passing, but you know, I think a lot of mixed race kids struggle with that. So this is my first Diwali. I'm celebrating by myself. I'm celebrating with my friends. I'm gonna make them Indian food. I'm gonna make them some dosas, and we're gonna light some candles and talk about things that make us happy and have made us proud
Holy
in the
cow.
last bit. Somebody said, yeah, you are not white passing. Oh, thank you. LOL. Yes, Devon is incredible. Everybody, if you're ever in the Chicagoland area, everyone should always go visit Devon Street. You will have the best food of your life. You will have incredible stuff. Yes, Diwali is the celebration of lightness over darkness. What kind of dosa? I do potato dosa. It's just like the easy filling. I don't have a dosa pan, but I got the dosa pindi at Devon, so we're just gonna make it in the pan I have and hope that it works. But I'm gonna let Kat take back over.
Thank you. I know everyone likes producer Asha more than me.
We'll do a producer Asha stream.
Yeah, we are gonna do a producer Asha stream soon, with both of us or just her if y'all really want. How long is the stream gonna be today? We're gonna be here till 9 Central, so we got an hour and a half left. Half the time when I start streams, I put earrings in that are really cute, and then realize that I'm wearing headphones, and that hurts until I can take a break. But I do want to show these off because we have the coolest volunteers in the world. So we've had volunteers, a volunteer that's 3D printed our favicon, like the one when you go on our website. So it's like a K with the Chicago star on it. And these are earrings, which is so
Holy
cool.
cow.
And then he also 3D printed some beads for our bracelets with our logo on it, which is just like so awesome. So I just want to give a shout out to our awesome volunteers. If you want to be a volunteer, you can donate at CAFRIllinois.com. No, sorry. If you want to be a volunteer, you can volunteer at discord.gg/CAFRIllinois. But speaking of CAFRIllinois.com/stream,
cow.
Asha, can we shout out some donors?
We can indeed.
We've got a bunch of shout outs, so hold on, kids.
All right. Yes, we're gonna be here for a hot second, which is what we love to see, honestly.
Someone said name names.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Matt B with $101.
Matt B with $101. Thank you so much. That goes a long way.
Very spiritually Indian donation. You get that. It is. Jason F.
Jason F, thank you so much for your donation.
John K.
John K, thank you again.
Derek D.
Derek D, thank you so much for your donation.
Melissa G.
Melissa G, thank you.
Max S. With $6.90.
Max S with $6.90. Nice.
Joshua J.
Joshua J, thank you so much.
John C.
John C, thank you.
Greg M with $150.
Greg M with $150. Thank you so much.
Jeffrey S with $69.
Jeffrey S with $69. Thank you.
Jeffrey B. Well,
Jeffrey B as well. Are you guys related? You have the same name.
same.
That's how that works.
Donald A with $32.60.
Donald A with $32.69. Thank you so much. And nice. And $32 is our average donation, which rocks.
Hayden R.
Peyton R, thank you so much.
Pendulous.
Pendulous D, thank you so much. Sick name.
Will K.
Will K, thank you so much.
Nancy R.
Nancy R, thank you.
Patrick S.
Patrick S, thank you so much.
Lenny R with $69.
Lenny R with $69. Nice.
Cheryl R.
Sorry?
Cheryl R.
Cheryl R, thank you so much.
Piotr E.
And Peter E, thank you so much. Do we have any more?
That's it for now.
All right, that's it for now. If you want to be those people to get shouted out, do it at capforillinois.com/stream. So we have a very ambitious goal today of $10,000 raised. We have almost reached $10,000 before. This is our last trial stream. So we are trying to show that we can raise money without depending on rich people. So this means if we hit our 10K goal today, we will have raised $70,000 through live stream, through talking without a script, through having fun, through like being a real person and being radically accessible. So if you can donate, do it at capforillinois.com/stream. Any amount helps. And if you can't, or if you can, please share this stream link. We would love for this to be our highest stream yet in terms of viewership and people in the chat. So just take a second. It costs $0. Copy your link, send it to some friends, post about it. Hope to see him here. I just asked if I could do this and I was told yes. So let me pull this up. Do y'all know what a push poll is? A push poll is when you have a poll that's kind of mean, that just like has a bunch of leading questions. And and it basically asks like, do you think this person is a good representative, as like it's lists things that are just overtly bad. And one of the people in my race created a push poll. And
You can show this?
huh?
You can show this?
I asked.
Oh.
And I think it'd be fun. So we're gonna do kind of a mean tweets thing here. Yeah, Sam didn't comment yet, so sure.
He didn't comment?
No, but the others did, so it's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
And yeah, one sec. How do I take a screenshot on Windows? Because the way that this was described is so freaking funny. Oh my god.
Holy cow!
Guys, someone tell me how to do this.
What do you need?
I got it.
You sure?
Yes. Oh, I figured it out. Awesome. Windows Shift R. Yay! So I'm gonna read these descriptions of that's screen recording. Damn it. S? Okay, let's see. These descriptions, and let me know if you see something different about mine. Do you know who this is for, Asha?
Yeah. I think so. Or I assume so, given if it was the thing dropped in Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also have a very fun fun thing on here. All right, hold on. Pulling this up. We're doing this live, y'all. How exciting is that?
Just holler.
Thanks, Mom.
Of course.
Where do my screenshots go? Guys, I'm not used to using desktop. Gallery? Yay!
You got it.
You know what? I don't want to be messy. I won't read everyone's, but I will read mine. Sorry. This is so unhinged, but this is fun.
Crazy.
All right. Actually, I need to hear 3 more holy cows before I show you all this push pull. I'm holding this hostage. capforillinois.com/stream. We hear 3 holy cows. I show y'all a very unhinged thing one of my opponents actually sent to people. capforillinois.com/stream. Playing hardball. Absolutely. I really do believe in like positive campaigning. You know, there are things that differentiate me and my opponents, but I think what's more important is like what we are doing. And also like I talk to these people all the time. We run into each other. There's like a, you know, kind of bonding element there. But like at the same time, I think it's just more important to like talk about what we're doing. These are, you know, people that are doing their best. But I do think that politics gets too negative sometimes. So we'll just do mine. But I haven't heard a single holy cow. This is really disappointing, guys. I thought y'all wanted to be messy. In the meantime, I'll pull up the Chicago Contrarian thing.
Oh, is your holy cow sound on?
Is my holy cow sound on?
Check your desktop audio.
Should be.
Okay, maybe.
Have they been coming in?
No holy cows. No holy cows.
No holy cows.
It's real.
Guys, this is a flop. We're not gonna stream ever again. One sec, y'all. How's everyone doing today? Okay, so before we get into anything else messy, we'll do one that, this one's free. This one's on me, guys. If we get 3 holy cows, I'll show you all the push pull.
I think your holy cow is off.
Is it? Are there
Make sure
donations?
you're on real-time updates.
I'm on real-time stats, yeah.
Refresh the- Check your
Are there new ones?
audio. Yeah.
Holy cow.
All right, I just tried it again.
Holy
Okay.
cow.
Okay, now it's going.
So we have at least 3?
We do indeed.
Okay, we do indeed. Y'all earned it.
Read out all the people that came to our aid.
Yeah, let's read out all the people that came to our aid before I show y'all this very fun poll.
This is true. Mark H.
Mark H, thank you so much for striving for transparency.
Malcolm M.
Malcolm M, thank you for coming to us in our time of need.
Gary G.
Gary G, thank you so much.
Isaac M.
Isaac M, are you related to the other one?
Colin W.
Colin W, thank you so much.
Jesse S.
Jesse S, thank you so much.
Christopher L.
Christopher L, thank you so much for your donation.
Daniel H.
And Daniel H. These are the heroes that are
Holy
willing to,
cow.
that are helping me be.
Oh, and there's more. Michael V.
Michael V, thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Sorry.
Andrew C.
Andrew C, thank you so much.
And Christopher R.
And
now
Christopher
your holy
R.
cows are coming back through.
And now our holy cows are coming back through. These are the
Holy
people
cow.
that work to make sure that I can be a little messy tonight. All right.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Bye-bye. So where would it go? So a push poll is like a poll that has just like kind of a lot of statements that are like, hey, this person sucks. Would you support them? This is a real thing sent out by one of my opponents. Kat Abagazale is an online influencer. Wrong.
Expand it.
Can I expand it? Okay, yeah.
Holy
Is an online
cow.
influencer who moved to Illinois just 3 weeks before she launched her campaign, and she still refuses to move to our district. Abagazale isn't from here. She doesn't
Holy
understand us or our
cow.
priorities, and she hasn't worked for us. It is so incredible because all of that is false. Yeah, so this was just like, this was sent to us by someone who received this, and I just think it's so
Holy
funny
cow.
to see someone that is dedicated to spreading misinformation. So I live in Rogers Park. I moved here like a year before the campaign started, and we talked about Chicago and my links and blah, blah, blah. But once again, I don't think that should
Holy
be
cow.
the qualifications to be involved in politics, especially as people move here as literal refugees in their own country.
Holy cow.
I'm a little disappointed. I gotta be real. Like this is just straight up misinformation, but
Holy
I have never
cow.
had a poll like this written about me, so I'm a bit honored. More importantly, though, I got a new shout out from the Chicago Contrarian. So the Chicago Contrarian is this guy. I think it's just one guy who pretends to be a bunch of guys. He wrote this really horny op-ed about me earlier this year. It talks a lot about my sultry voice. I did a video about this on YouTube that you might have seen. Talks a lot about my legs and my tongue and just really, really horny. But he came back and referred to me as the Wonder Woman of woke. All the world is a protest stage for the agitprop airhead. And I started my last video on this guy to be like, wow, I'm really pissing off all the right people. But I want to share my favorite part of this, which is down here. I have a dangerous opinion of ICE. Let me see if I can. There we go. Am I doing this right? No. Okay.
Holy cow.
Guys, I'm struggling with Windows. Here we go. I have a dangerous opinion of ice. While I was on a guest on the Ben Joravsky Show podcast, which Ben is great, y'all should listen, especially if you're in the Chicago area, Abba Ghazali denigrated ice absurdly. Most of the violence that ICE seems to commit on camera, especially the most aggressive and egregious instances, are against unarmed women. And it's because these men are weak. They feel incompetent. They're angry because they're not as big and strong as they'd like to be. They sure look big and strong to me, says the most heterosexual man alive. And her sob stories about enduring pepper balls and being tear gassed by ICE deserve no sympathy. If you don't want such a reaction, then don't resist federal law enforcement officers. We love not being tread on. On Jaworski's podcast, which misspells his name, Abba Ghazali admitted to the host that she openly mocks ICE agents at the Broadview protests with jeers such as this one. Did you get your outfit at Spirit Halloween? That childish remark is something Crockett would utter. I am so flattered. Those ICE officers are putting their lives on the line every day they report to work to beat up civilians. Last week, 2 migrants were shot to death in Dallas by a maniac who appears to have been aiming for ICE agents. Migrants were shot, and this is comparing gun violence to asking someone if they got their outfit at Spirit Halloween. This is what conservatives are mad about. They hate being made fun of, and that is why we have to keep doing it.
Kat, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you recognize this before?
No. What?
He's in, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's Ben.
Oh, okay, bless.
What's he saying?
Oh, nothing, sorry.
What's he saying?
He's asking who the push pull.
Oh, tell him.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Yeah, we call each other stupid names. But yeah, this is what conservatives are worried about. They think that being made fun of is political violence. And it's both funny and terrifying. We saw an entire group chat of Republicans, which J.D. Vance tried to characterize as little boys that need to learn their lesson, when these are grown ass men, 25 to 35-year-old men who were saying that they love Hitler in a group chat. And then Vance followed that by being can you imagine what's going on in left-wing group chats? I wouldn't want anyone to be charged with a crime. Huh?
We can tell you what's going on in left-wing group chats.
We can-
It's not that interesting.
We can go on and tell you what's going on in left-wing group chats. It's not that interesting. It's incredibly disorganized, and yeah, there's so many emojis. But Vance was I don't want to see anyone have their jokes criminalized. My brother in Christ, you had people detained at customs for having a meme of your face on their phone. So yeah, I just am obsessed with this guy on the Chicago Contrarian. Or no, he's obsessed with me. But I do love when he gets upset about this, because when I posted about his really horny op-ed in May, he was like, this is so trashy of her for saying exactly what I said. It's yeah, man. It's Jesse Waters complained about me too, being this girl kept trying to get me fired by showing people what I said. And it's why'd you say it then? Anyways, you should make fun of ICE when they're being losers, because they are losers. They go to the Army surplus shop and try to get what they think a 12-year-old boy believes is masculine. They're wearing jungle camo in the streets of Chicago, and they're going it's terrifying when you have a bunch of men in full military gear with giant guns and a complete blank check to do whatever they want coming at you. But also, why are they so armed to come against a bunch of civilians that don't have weapons? We have songs and chants. I bring my knitting. Anyways, silly stuff. The push poll is still so funny. Did Ben respond?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Get your mic really quick.
One sec.
Holy cow.
Anyways, if you're scared of people making fun of you, you should, maybe you're a snowflake. That's my pitch. This is our last trial stream. As we've said, we have a 10K goal for today, which means we would have raised $70,000 doing this instead of calling for rich people, and we need your help to do that. If you can't donate, or even if you can, share the link of this stream with your friends, post about it, tell them, hey, tune in. This is I know this seems kind of jokey because it's a live stream, but this is actually such a big fucking deal. I was actually talking to one of my opponents, and I was like, hey man, you got to get on the live stream. the live stream vibe, and he was like, yeah, I've genuinely been trying to think about it. And it's a much less it means we aren't depending on oligarchs, and you are a part of this, which is really fucking cool. We would love for this to be our highest viewership yet, and we would love for this to be our highest goal yet. So if you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I know most of us, including myself, are broke, but if you can donate, you make a huge difference. We're a grassroots campaign, so here's what your money will be spent on: paying our staff a livable wage, which includes producer Asha. Someone said, I think it would be good if the goal and current amount was on screen. Great news for you. Asha has been working on that. Yay! And unfortunately, we haven't been able to put it during our trial streams, but keep an eye out for that, and we hope that it will, it'll be fun. Would you ever think about having one of your primary opponents on stream? I'm not sure they'd come on, but I think that sounds fun. I've really tried to, like, we're all supposed to be on the same team, so like I invited a bunch of my opponents to co-host a pride party with me over Pride Month, and you know, they were either busy or said no, but I think it's like we're all supposed to be on the same team, and especially when it comes to fighting fascism, it's really important to recognize that. Someone said, so will there be more streams beyond this? We'll do official announcement time at the end of the stream. I guess you'll have to find out.
If I'm getting fired.
You'll have to, if we don't reach our goal, Asha's getting fired. You heard it here first, folks. Hold on, I'm adjusting my camera. Yeah, this is really exciting, and you're a part of it. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Send this link to your friends. Let's try to get our chats up to like 500. Someone said, as an Evanston native, that push-pull really pisses me off. You understand our priorities. Thank you. I mean, I try. I don't want to be in Congress forever. I would not be running if I didn't think we had like a lack of understanding the far right. To be clear, that is what my career has been to this point. Like in there, it said, called me an influencer, which is like fine. People can call me whatever they want. But I think a lot of it is, you know, some of us have realized that most people get their information through video now. And that's why I started making video explainers about the right. And they took off because people needed to, people wanted to know why their unhinged uncle was saying, like, wouldn't board a flight if the pilot was black. And this was before, like, when the DEI thing was first starting.
Holy cow.
And then that has been, and no hate on influencers here, but like that in terms of being a young woman on the internet has been labeled not just for me, but for lots of independent journalists who try to communicate in a place where a lot of people are now as like as something that like it's denigrated, I guess. It's thought to be less than. And I think it's really the future, especially as more and more platforms pivot to video. I actually don't get my information from video. I've had friends describe my TikTok algorithm as NPC algorithm. But I want to make sure that we're reaching people where they are. So this is our last trial stream. So I think this will probably be the last time I play Hades on stream for a bit. But guys, I really want to play Hades. At least Hades 2. So it's coming on. Would you be open on going on Twitch? We are on Twitch. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. So if you want to be on Twitch, come on there. Also, make sure to like follow and set notifications. You know, oop, I'll just do web react.
Holy cow.
Huh? No, the camera isn't working.
Oh my bad, G.
No, all good. Thank you. What are your top priorities? Fantastic question. So our two biggest issues, if you go on our website, you can find more information on our platform at catforillinois.com/issues. And it's in alphabetical order, but we purposely made it so it would be in alphabetical order. Our basic existence in anti-authoritarianism, because like the house is on fire, we can't redo the house till we put out the fire. And I have a track record of not just fighting the right, but winning against it. And so we want to effectively resist authoritarianism. And that means actually standing up, putting your body on the line, insisting that, wait, is John coming? He was already here. Sorry, man. Putting your body on the line and not playing into false narratives that the right tries to push. It also means understanding where those narratives are coming from. And so we that's our top priority. Our second is basic existence, and it's the idea that everyone deserves to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with money left over to save and spend.
Holy cow!
That's not a controversial idea, and frankly, it's actually more fiscally responsible. If we want to talk about fiscal responsibility here, protections against price gouging, universal healthcare, and building more housing with federal incentives to work with local businesses save us money every single time. The only people that suffer, and I'm using suffer very generously here, are billionaires who get just like a little bit less in profits. Actually, I need to up some other keepsakes while we're at here. So if you want to have representatives who understand the right and believe that housing is a human right, that every single one of us deserves housing, groceries, and healthcare, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I don't know too much about Illinois context, but transit, I don't own a car. Once again, if you want a representative that uses public transit as ridden on a bus before, catforillinois.com/stream. But Illinois is actually facing a huge issue with transit because basically our transit budget just did not get passed. So we are facing cuts, we are facing higher fares in 2026, and we're actually going to be, every single day that we try to launch our transit video to introduce our transit policy, another horror happens. So one was like Trump withholding a bunch of money from transit, and the next one was Chicago talking about raising fares, and so we have to like re-record those parts. But basically what we're talking about here is we need federal dollars to also go towards sorry, let me kill this guy. We need federal dollars to go towards operations budgets because that's something that we don't see. Every single local public transit system essentially depends on the state making up for that money, and we need more money to go towards operations budgets. And do I want more power? What do you think about the push for walkable cities? I love walkable cities. Once again, I don't own a car. I'm narcoleptic. I actually found out that I was narcoleptic because when I was 17, I was driving to school and I fell asleep at the wheel. Holy cow indeed. catforillinois.com/stream. And so like I'm medicated now, so like I can drive, but on top of all of the other expenses of life, you know, it's expensive. It's a lot of money. And I don't want to spend most of my time driving when I could spend that on a bus or on a train doing what I like and walking around. I don't know. I think it's a huge part of the isolation we face as Americans is the lack of public transit. And so we need more walkable cities. We need grocery stores that are in walkable areas. We need to be putting funding behind creating infrastructure that makes things more walkable. Someone asked, did I get in an accident? Yeah, so I fell asleep at the wheel when I was 17. I've had narcolepsy since I was about 12. You know, this is more like it's a correlation, but the correlation is so strong that this is likely the reason I got narcolepsy. There's like a rare pediatric response where you get the flu and it causes your body to essentially attack itself, and then your brain doesn't make the chemicals to keep you awake, or as many of them. So for every about 8 hours of sleep I get, I feel like someone's 2 hours of sleep. And so I just figured I was like a sleepy teenager because everyone's like teenagers are so sleepy. And so I fell asleep at the wheel and I drifted into the intersection, or I was like halfway in REM sleep and put my foot on the gas. I have no idea. And a guy hit me going 30 over on the driver's side. And like, even though he was speeding, it was my fault. Luckily, I was completely relaxed because I was asleep. And so I didn't have any injury. But it's still, you know, something that affects me every single day. And I honestly am thankful for it because it helped me get diagnosed. Is it genetic? I think that there has been some evidence for that, but I'm not sure. For me, I believe it was just an autoimmune condition. And it's not fun, but I also try to be really open about it because 50% of America has a chronic illness of some sort, and those are the ones that we know about. Disability is kind of the great equalizer here. Everyone will be disabled at some point in their life. And like we need to treat disabilities as we treat glasses. Like not being able to see, that is a disability. And yet we punish people for asking for simple accommodations. And like for
Holy
one instance,
cow.
anyone who's on disability benefits knows that it's really hard to get a job because then you lose your benefits, and we're not really like you're not sure how much you can weigh in terms of your income. And this doesn't just hurt disabled people, it also hurts companies that want to hire those people but they can't because of not being able to get those benefits. In reality, like the amount that we're spending on disability benefits can absolutely still apply while people are employed. I don't think it's an either or thing. It's one of these forced austerity measures we put on ourselves. And instead, I ask, what if we just had both? Instead of giving tax breaks to the rich, what if we taxed wealth and made sure people have what they need? I don't know. It just seems like kind of a no-brainer to me. Anyways, donate to capperillinois.com/stream if you can. If donating to us would severely negatively impact your financial situation, please take care of yourself first. I'm always very touched when people are like, you know, I'm on a fixed income, but I'll donate, you know, at the next payment. Please take care of yourself first. Instead of donating to us, do something nice for your neighbor. But if you can donate, capperillinois.com/stream. And if you can or you can't, consider sending this stream link to your friends. Yeah, sure. Set a goal, Asha. Asha's talking about setting a mini goal. I don't know. Where are we? Okay. All right, y'all. We're at $1,800, which genuinely is much better than call time for most people. But we really want to try to get these numbers up. So call all of your rich friends that we definitely have and tell them to donate, and completely negate the value of this stream by once again making us reliant on rich people. Just kidding. Donate at capperillinois.com/stream. We're a grassroots campaign. We get the vast majority of our money from small dollar donations. We are the only... Oh, damn, I forgot I had a rarefy thing. Oh, well. We are the only campaign, especially in the leading campaigns of ours, that get the vast majority of our money from donations that are $200 or under. So donate at capperillinois.com/stream. Your money isn't wasted. It is spent on paying our staff a living wage, on reaching people. So we're at $1,800. We have a goal of 10,000. We might not reach 10,000, but I would like to try. So chat, what do you guys want to see? What do you want as your reward? Let us know. We'll set a goal for 3K, and we'll do what we have for 3K, and then we'll set a goal for 5K. Mini goal for 2,500. Mini goal 3K. All right, 3K, 5K, 7K, 10K. Y'all let us know what you want to see. Someone said kitty? I will force Heater to come in here at 5K. But that is not a 3K donation. That is more than a mini goal. I gotta be real. She's gonna claw me. And she'll deserve it. Like, I'll deserve it. But kitty at 5K. What do you want for 3K? You guys say get the cat. You guys know what you have to do. capperillinois.com/stream. Tell your friends to donate. capperillinois.com/stream. What's our total viewership right now, Asha? Okay. I'll set a separate thing. We're at about... Hold on. I'm doing math in my head. 700 across Twitch and YouTube. If we can get 1,000 viewers... I will try to get Heater. Whichever comes first. 1,000 viewers or 5K. capperillinois.com/stream. You know what you have to do.
How fare you, little one?
Am I using the wrong arcana? God dang it. Oh well. 3K, we want Kat to do a handstand. I can't do a handstand, so it'll be really funny. So, Kat, did it work? Does this make money? I feel like Holy Cow is broken again. I'll refresh.
Holy
There we go.
cow.
Okay, no. Y'all just aren't coming in. How dare you?
How did you reawaken?
Oh,
I see.
he was the father.
I understand. That's all.
All right. Wait, is this the 24-hour stream? No. No. No.
Thank God.
Yeah, honestly, we're a little bit relieved we're not raising 100K in these 4 weeks because 24-hour was insane.
Holy cow.
There we go. Holy cow. What else can we do, Asha? Bribing people. We are doing an Among Us stream. We reached our goal last time, so we're doing an Among Us stream.
Yes.
Amazing. At 3K, you should tell us 2 fictional characters you ship.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I will. Yeah, okay. You know what? If we reach 10K, I will find some.
What?
No, I shouldn't. If we reach 10K,
Holy cow.
I will read y'all a paragraph of my middle school One Direction fanfiction.
You're joking. You're joking. You
I'm
wrote
not.
Middle school One Direction fan
I have
fiction?
middle school One Direction fanfiction, but we have to reach
No, was it on
10K.
Holy
I'm not
cow.
telling you. So, you know what you have to do, y'all. So, yep. I feel like, no hate on horse, but I feel like a whore. Wow. Anyways, capperillinois.com/stream. This is the only time I'll make that offer, so. Yeah, I loved One Direction. And y'all are missing out on my writing prowess. If you reach 10K, will you destroy the fan fiction? Yeah. capperillinois.com/stream.
Holy cow.
There's a holy cow.
Holy cow.
Oh god, I don't want to reach 10K now.
You hear the two coming back and back.
I know, I'm just hearing.
I've never seen chat move faster than when you said the word One Direction fan.
This is a fucking nightmare.
This is like a humiliation that's here.
I don't know why I said that. Everyone forgot what I said anyways. It's fine. What is middle school? Middle school is when
Holy
it's before high
cow.
school. So you're like 13.
You're 11, I think. You're 11 before. Ooh, prank call Ben at 17.
But Ben's
Holy
watching.
cow.
Ben's watching because he's a simp. I love you. My concern, if I read this
Holy
One
cow.
Direction fan fiction, there is going to be like some record of it on the internet, and then someone will find it, and then they'll have like the whole page archived.
That definitely will happen.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have to, like,
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, like, it's all problematic.
why, because it's RPF.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about when Andre said somebody's AOC.
We need more candidates willing to share their cringe childhoods.
Real.
Guys, this beam is awesome.
We reached 15 days and I don't watch the full of I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either. I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet.
Holy cow.
I used to be really into Twilight. I still am, honestly. Okay, here's my thing about Twilight. Twilight is not a good book. That doesn't mean it isn't enjoyable. And the reason that people used to shit on it so much is because of misogyny. Have y'all read Ready Player One? It's the worst book I've ever read in my life. But it gets so much less hate because it's not something that like teenage girls like. There is so much hate towards things that are just like, oh, teenage girls like this, and so we must hate it now. Asha and I will watch Twilight on stream if we can. If we reach 15K, we'll watch Twilight.
All of Twilight tonight.
If we reach 50K, Asha and I will watch all 5 Twilight movies and then get our channel taken down because we're watching copyrighted stuff.
I think there's definitely people on Twitch. I know you can watch things. Different on YouTube.
I don't know. Ask questions, y'all, and donate at capperillinois.com/stream. I'm really banking on $9,999 tonight. Oh yeah, we still don't have a 3K goal. Write a whole new book. That's a really good 3K goal. Thank you.
Not to make myself self-important.
Yeah, 3K. Asha comes on and chats, and y'all are done with me. You don't have to see me ever again.
No, you would be there too. Hello.
Oh, okay. Asha and I will hang out at 3K, and then we'll keep doing this till 5K.
We're at,
Holy cow.
We need to raise $800 more for 3K. Can y'all help us? capperillinois.com/stream. Don't y'all want to see Asha? She's so lovely and nice. She's nice to me when no one else is, and then mean to me also. You've never been mean to me. Yeah, she has been mean to me when she said I couldn't knit on stream, which is really fucked up. To be fair, Ready Player 2 is worse than Ready Player 1. That is so true. I didn't read the whole thing. I read a bit of it, and I was like, this is unreadable schlock. But I did read, I forget who wrote an entire thread about Ready Player 2 and just how awful it was. And essentially it ended with, because it's all just a self-insert, ended with the main character, like, solving mortality. Oh, we have so many donations. Let's shout out some donations. Asha forgot to shout them out. All right, if you want to shout out, donate at capperillinois.com/stream. Uh-huh. Neil J, thank you so much. Michael R, thank you so much.
GNC, $100.
So, what's that?
GNC, $100.
GNC with $100, thank you.
D'Amica,
D'Amica E, thank you so much.
Jared T,
Jared T, thank you so much.
Chelsea F,
Chelsea F, thank you so much.
Benjamin N,
Benjamin N, thank you for your donation.
Chad B,
Chad B with $100, thank you so much.
Zoe B,
Zoe B, thank you so much. Are y'all related?
Larry V,
Larry V, thank you so much.
A,
PA, thank you so much for your donation. Asha just burped. Sorry. Lisbon M, thank you so much.
Peter E with 60,
Peter E with 69, nice.
Donald A,
Donald A, thank you so much.
Tom B,
Tom B with $150, thank you so much for your donation.
Tom W,
Tom W, thank you so much.
Jane Maria,
What?
Maria N,
Maria N, thank you so much for your donation.
Vinny N,
Vinny N, thank you so much.
John B,
John B, thank you.
and Peter,
And Peter J, thank you so much for your donations, y'all.
and John K.
And John K again. Hi, John K. We love you.
Love you, John K.
All right, y'all. If you want to see Asha again, I'm holding her hostage. You have to pay us. capperillinois.com/stream. But really, you're not paying us. You're actually helping support a campaign. So, like, let's talk a little bit about what that means. So, we are a grassroots campaign. That means that we are not taking money from corporate PACs,
Holy
billionaires,
cow.
or Republican-funded PACs, or oil execs. Those are groups that my opponents have taken money from. And look, I guess you got to do what you got to do, but that's not how we roll. And we are the average, our average donation is just $32. And we are the only campaign in this race, at least of the leading candidates, that we are able to, like, over $1.1 million of our money comes from donations $200 and under. And that's incredible. And a lot of times, so basically on FEC reports, what you have is itemized and unitemized lists. And those are, hold on, sorry. And anything that's itemized is donations or expenses that are $200 or over. And a lot of our itemized donations are actually people donating multiple times. So people donating $50 here, $30 here, which is really freaking incredible. Anyways, the point of all of this is to say, we're a grassroots campaign, and this is only possible with you. We're making a lot of jokes about like begging for money, because I mean, we are, but also we are doing something really special here. We have over 7,000 volunteers. If you're not on our Discord yet, you can join we're reaching 4K on Discord soon, at discord.gg/cat4illinois. I've been called a dangerous detractor by APAC, which is a badge of honor. I am very proud to be that dangerous detractor. And we're really revolutionizing the way that campaigns are done. So our campaign office doubles as a mutual aid hub, and we are seeing races all across the country adopt similar tactics, which is just really freaking cool. I love to see that. Some of our own opponents have been following our lead, whether it's, advocating more aggressively against ICE or pushing for, more actually the transparency part is, we're the most transparent campaign, but I'd love to see more of that from people in my own race. Frankly, I think if everyone adopted similar tactics as we do, every election would be a net benefit to a community, win or lose, and not just for democracy's sake. We are actively improving the community and putting our money where our mouth is. So like we did a backpack drive where we gave out 500 backpacks to kids the day before school started, 300 haircuts. We had a barbershop that was willing to stay open on a Sunday. We were able to give out 500 meals and register those kids' parents to vote. Like, that is a type of voter outreach that I love to see. Someone said I would love my donation to be directed towards purchasing more games for stream nights. Okay, we can make that happen. Asha can do that. Basically, we want to create a permission structure to allow other people to do more grassroots stuff like this, like live streaming for fundraising instead of sitting behind closed doors, dialing rich people and begging for money.
Holy cow.
Look, we've said it before, but like it is only a matter of time before Hakeem Jeffries is playing 2K on stream. I love this keepsake. Do you think campaign financing reform is going to happen, and how do you plan to advocate for it? So part of it is advocating through like our own actions. I very much believe leading by example is important, and so that's why we're transparent about our money, why we try to use our money in ways that match up with our values. But also we need more than just overturning Citizens United, which is absolutely necessary. For those who don't know, Citizens United is basically the Supreme Court ruling that allows corporations to spend an infinite amount of money in our politics. But even without Citizens United, like I mentioned earlier, when you run for public office, the first thing you will be asked is, how many rich people can you call on day one to donate to your campaign? And most of our opponents, the vast majority of their money comes from people donating $1,000. Huh?
I said show the graphic.
Oh yeah, let me show the graphic, y'all.
The graphic is so sick.
The graphic is crazy. It goes so hard.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. We love to hear those holy cows, y'all. So this is the field of my race. This is how much of our money comes from donations that are $200 and under. $1.158 million. This is how much my opponents get of money, $200 donations that are $200 and under. And we are able to keep pace with them pretty much until we get to 1,000. These have not populated for these candidates yet, but you can see where we drop off because we just don't know that many rich people. And pretty much everyone who has donated $2,000 or over are people that feel really strongly about our campaign, and they have the ability to donate, and so they want to try to move towards progressive change. This is where the vast majority of our donations, including donations from y'all, come from. Asha and I were just talking about it. It is so cool. Robin, you just said it in the chat. I can only donate like $5 at a time. We were literally just saying right before stream how cool it is that almost all of our donations on stream are like $5 here, $5 there. And it's always exciting when we get a big donation, or our average dono, or of course a 69 or a 420. But it's so cool that so many of our donations, that we have raised over $60,000 with just these small dollar donations. Are you the most funded candidate in this race? Yes. We have outraised the entire field, and that is still with these numbers, with $5 here, $32 there. How cool is that? When so much of our political system is run by the richest in society, we are able to show that we can run a campaign without dialing for dollars. We can run a campaign without depending on the richest in society. We can run a campaign in new ways. There are so many things that I have pitched that people in politics have been like, that won't work. And I've said, why? And they've said, well, that's just not how it works. And guess what? It does work, but you have to try it. You have to create a permission structure for it. And that's what we're doing. That's what you're doing. Someone said, what are the polls saying? We're second. We were the long shot candidate in March. We are polling second. And that is between two candidates that have been in office for over a decade, that have run for multiple offices. And I was, once again, the long shot candidate. And we are polling second. That is not because I am some super special person. It's because of y'all, not just donations, but our volunteers. The way that we have been able to get so many people interested in this campaign through the community has been fascinating and hopeful to watch. Like, we do these park and beach cleanups, and a ton of our volunteers are out there in our volunteer garb. They're wearing campaign merch as they're cleaning up our community. And people see that and they say, wait, I feel helpless too right now. I want to do something to help. And the most common thing we hear at these types of events are like, well, I'm not doom scrolling. When was the last poll to show that you were in second place? Stay tuned, y'all, for this week. You actually care about your community. So weird. Yeah, crazy. Campaign merch. I want some. Guess what? catforillinois.com/store. You can get your own campaign merch. And I will actually, we're going to do an official announcement later. But if hypothetically we were to do more streams, we may or may not be planning to have stickers come to everyone who donates that are chat specific and you can't get anywhere else. You have to donate on stream. Holy cow, indeed. It's just so cool to Will said, when I'm out getting my ass beat by ice, I'm still out raising my competitors. Help me max out my funding with a $5 donation today. Hell yeah, let's get some $5 in here, y'all. Is that for anyone who donates on stream? Hypothetically, if we did this, yes. But we had to print the stickers first, and we will be showing those. It will be a whole thing, and anyone who donates when we do that will get them. If you're donating today, I'm so sorry, we do not have stickers. How much does a poll cost? 50K. Some polls cost more than others. We did a poll this summer that was lower cost. It was pretty much like, I think they're called tracking polls, and you're just kind of getting a vibe for where the race is. Like more in-depth polls can cost up to 6 figures. Actually, one of my opponents, if you look through FEC reports, you can see what is very clearly polls, and they have not published those, which is interesting. How much money from merch goes to the campaign? I don't know the exact margins, but our merch is at our average donation of $32. Most of it is. I think one of our shirts isn't. I haven't checked in a bit. One sec. Asha, are we at, can you come on yet?
Let me check.
Asha's stuck.
I'm stuck in the void.
All right, so this is our store. This was limited edition, so it's higher price. This was when our average donation was $33 $3. It has actually gone lower thanks to people like y'all. So we have What If We Didn't Suck, which is kind of our campaign slogan. It's just something I feel very strongly about. And this was a design I had in my head, and then our amazing volunteers on Discord, discord.gg/cat4illinois, put this together. I would really like to do one that has the top languages from the district in the same font, with like What If We Didn't Suck, and then having it in like Spanish and Urdu and Russian, Arabic. What are the others? Korean. There's one more. We're trying to do a bunch of ads in different languages, so it's fun. We also have it as a bag. This is when I flipped off a transphobe, and the Republicans tried to make it a whole thing, and then we said if we hit a donation goal, we would make it into merch. Polish, thank you. Polish is really hard. I've been trying to practice it for ads. It's hard. Yeah, someone said top languages from the district would be epic. If you want to, I want to make sure that like our specific translations are accurate. So if you have those, if you're fluent in those languages, please let us know. And if you're a designer, we would love to have this in multiple languages. This was our Pride shirt, which is the same thing, but in rainbow colors and the progress flag colors. You can get any of these at cat4illinois.com/store. We work with Raygun, which is a Midwest-based company. They have stores in the Chicago area. Can I buy merch without messing with your fundraising? Unfortunately, this is the same rules FEC-wise. You have to be a U.S. citizen, permanent resident, and above the age of 18. We are having more merch designs come out, so these have just been kind of the ones that we've started with, but we're going to have some coming out, so keep a look out for that. You can also get a laptop sticker. We also have a bunch of fun things at our office. If you're a volunteer, you can have screen printed merch that you can only get if you're a volunteer. And like I said, we're hoping to have some fun stream specific stickers to come out. So I would give you money for cat hats. Please make it happen. We are thinking about that. So we work with Raygun, and they're a full union shop. So all of our shirts are union made and union printed and made in the US. We want to make sure that all of our stuff is union made and union printed, and that means that like we have to look at cost margins for different things. But Raygun has a lot of really cool stuff. Their shop in Andersonville actually hosted our protest sign making party oh my god, we got a raid. Hi everyone. Our protest sign making party that I had with Nomi Palachek, which was so much fun. Who sent y'all?
Maple Take.
Oh, Maple Takes, you're the best, per usual. So anyways, that's where you can get your merch. cat4illinois.com/store. And if you want to help us reach our 3K goal so Asha can come on, cat4illinois.com/stream. If we hit 5K, I will kidnap my cat and bring her on camera, which she won't like, but I do think y'all deserve it. Cat for Illinois friendship bracelets. Yes, like I mentioned, we have volunteers that 3D print stuff for us, and one of our volunteers have made these awesome 3D printed beads with our logo on them. And so we had bracelet making parties at the office a bunch, and it's fun because kids come too. And so yeah, we have like all of these fun bracelets that you can pick up and exchange, and I love doing it. So let me keep playing Hades. $700 viewers, amazing. Didn't I say something if we got on 1,000 viewers across platforms? I would do what? Oh yeah, I said I'd take heater. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. 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 Are we at 1,000 across platforms?
My Twitch isn't up.
Okay.
Oh, we're only at 3.
Okay, cool.
Holy cow.
Including YouTube?
No. Oh wait, no, we are at 700. Yeah, we're at 1,000 across.
All right, I'm gonna go kidnap my cat. One sec. And you guys better donate at cat4illinois.com/stream because she's gonna fucking hate this. One sec.
I'm coming in. I'm coming in. Thank you so much again, Maple Takes, for the raid. Thank you so much. Yay, Asha. Guys, I'm escaping. I'm escaping even though I don't think we hit 3K. I'm escaping jail. Asha not free. Asha not free. Asha shouldn't be here. Intruder alert. Ah! Oh my god. Secret streamer unlocked. Exactly. I sit behind Cat like Ratatouille and I pull little strings. Oh! Clip it, chat.
Clip it. Here's Heater.
She
Donate
does
for
not
Heater.
wanna
Donate
be
for
here.
Heater. Donate for Heater. CatForIllinois.com/stream. Meow, 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 meow. She's being so good.
Wait, she's being so good.
You're being so good. Guys, I love her so much. She smells so good. Meow, do you have anything to say? Ben, if you're watching, she says hi and she misses you.
So cutie.
I'm gonna give you a treat.
Giving her a treat now?
Yeah.
Shout out Maya in Twitch chat. You're holding down the fort while I'm here, and I appreciate you so much. Wait, yes. Cat has an orange cat. Her name is Heater. She's a girl.
Holy cow.
Thank you for the holy cow. Everybody donate for Heater. Heater actually said to donate.
Cow.
I heard it. Did you hear it?
Yeah, Heater said to donate. Also, someone said they donated $100 yesterday. Can we count that as a stream donation?
Yes.
Okay.
You did specifically.
Yeah, Heater asked. So I don't know, y'all. She's so cute. I love my cat so much, guys. I can't believe I never had a cat before. I feel so stupid.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'd love to shout out some donors. Also, drop your Heater questions in the chat.
Carl E.
Carl E, thank you so much for your donation. Jeffrey B, thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Michael B with 69, nice. Daniel A, thank you so much. Keenan C, thank you so much. Mark G, thank you so much for your donation. Lucas R, thank you so much for your donation. DeAndre W, thank you so much. Andrew O, thank you so much for your donation. Timothy B, thank you so much.
Tom B with $150.
Tom B with $150. W Tom in the chat. Alexandria B with a recurring donation of $32, which is so cool. That is our average donation. Even with 30,000 plus donors, our average donation is still just $32. So thank you so much. Danya C was 69, nice.
And Mike B with $1,000.
Oh fuck.
Holy cow.
Oh fuck.
Everybody point and laugh. Everybody point and laugh.
Oh, I mean, thank you. What was his name?
Mike B.
Mike B with, what was it?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Holy cow.
Oh my god, tell the Raiders. You have to tell the Raiders. Go full screen. Go
Huh?
full screen and tell the Raiders.
About what?
About what's gonna happen if we reach 10K.
If we reach 10K, I'll read some of y'all my One Direction fan fiction from middle school. So,
Holy cow.
thanks, Mike. Asha, you want to come hang out? We're at 3,000 now.
Let me double check that we reached 3,000.
Holy cow.
God damn it. Why did I do this to myself?
It's so doper.
Holy cow.
All right, Asha's coming on for the rest of the stream.
Different chair. We definitely don't. Right?
We don't have another chair. You can either share it with me. You want to share it with me?
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here.
You think we can share a chair?
Yeah, we're small.
But we're not that small.
We're small. Here. Here. Yeah, we're fine.
We're just,
two
so
girls.
close.
Okay, hold on. We gotta scoot this.
Yeah,
way.
you're gonna. Okay. We made it.
We made it. Here,
Hey
you gotta lean
guys.
in this way.
Wait, this is. I gotta lean in where?
I got one butt cheek off so you can have more room.
Oh, I gotta get on more.
Yeah, because then it's like you're getting cut off.
Donate to get Asha a chair.
Donate to get
Real.
Asha a chair. There's definitely room in
Holy
this
cow.
apartment for another chair.
Well, we could use the yellow chairs, but the
you
issue
wanna
is that
try?
they're so down.
You can like sit on your knees or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh wait, I can just sit on.
Oh yeah, you could just sit on the poof.
Yeah, but I'm scared about the what's
The what?
the
Oh, let's just move the feet off. Yeah, just take them off. Put them on the ground or something.
put them on the chair. Peter doesn't.
So I asked y'all to. She won't. She's good about not eating stuff. We got some questions about Heater earlier that I forgot to ask because then someone donated $1,000. Why is she named Heater? She was found on a heating grate in the middle of winter. I'll put this on here. And you can also take this. Does Heater get outside anymore? We have a little
Holy
stroller for her because
cow.
they're weird.
She actually likes it. The stroller.
She does like the stroller. She hates getting in the stroller, but then she loves the stroller. Is she vaccinated? Yeah, she's vaxxed. Does Heater say gay rights? Always. Actually, it was just announced that I am one of Out 100's like queer people of the year. We're on the Disruptors thing, but all of today was people being like, "Wait, you're bisexual, but you're dating a man," and I'm like,
Real.
"Yeah,
Wait, this is so scary.
you look like a
I'm only-
gnome."
I don't know how to get closer. Guys, this is so hard. Guys, this is so difficult. I'm like,
You want to go back to sharing the share?
no, it's okay. I'm just gonna get on my knees.
There she goes.
There we go.
Here, lean in.
Lean in how?
You guys asked for this, 3K.
You did ask for this, so everybody has to donate. Heater process-
CapRealIllinois.com/stream. Donate for Asha and Heater.
Real. Also, if anybody knows, it's absolutely huge for me personally that Kat was featured in the same article as Susie Toot and Anya Nerve. If anybody has been
And
watching.
Bob the Drag Queen.
And Bob the Drag Queen, who is so incredible. I love her stand-up comedy.
Do you need volunteers? I'm not in your area, but like to help.
Holy
Always
cow.
discord.gg/CapRealIllinois.
Yes. Crazy how bisexuality works. Real. What else? Trans rights or human rights. Amen.
Do you have a kitty
Holy
heating pad for
cow.
Heater in the winter? She loves sleeping on my heating pad and also blankies. We get her so many soft blankies.
Real. I need to watch Traders. Whoever said Traders legend, Bob the Drag Queen. I need to watch Traders. I haven't gotten super into reality TV because RuPaul's Drag Race is kind of my first foray into it, but Traders I think is next on my list.
I gotta be real. I watched a few episodes of Traders. It wasn't for me.
Really?
Yeah. I do really like, because it's the dumbest show in the world. Well, two dumbest shows. Deal or No Deal Island.
Okay.
And The Floor. Have you ever watched The
I've
Floor?
never watched The Floor.
Okay, this is something that we can watch. Hold on.
Whoa.
Asha and I are watching The
Holy
Floor.
cow.
Donate for Asha and I to watch The Floor.
Watch on the floor.
Watch on the Floor. So The Floor is a show for babies. Rob Lowe hosts it, and is this my
This is your
okay? Because I have YouTube Premium on mine because it'll make me watch my videos, and then there will be like ads on it, and so I just sucked it up.
donating to yourself. Everybody, please donate. Donate for The Floor.
Donate for The Floor.
Maya says donate for The Floor. Amen. Shout out from Texas. Hey, good to hear it. Accidentally donated 142 from the main page. Well, thank you for your donation, and I'm sorry about that. But yes, again, if you want to get a shout out, bless you, you can donate at CapRealIllinois.com/stream. It's the best.
No, not Roblox.
Roblox.
Why does Roblox
You
keep coming in
typed
this?
Roblox.
I didn't. Okay, hold on. So The Floor is a show for babies. Okay, here's fruits. And Asha, you know what? You'll put this on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I've watched this. So basically what The Floor is it's a show for babies. You have this floor right here, which y'all are going to see in a second, that has like a bunch of squares, and everyone has their own square. And they
Okay.
all have their own specialty.
Okay.
And allegedly they're experts in this topic. None of them are experts in this topic. They're like
Okay.
5 people that, like, I'm guessing when they signed up for this show,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, yeah, I kind of like fruit. And then they were like, so your whole thing is fruit.
Holy
wow.
And then they get
cow.
up on this stage.
Thank you for
and
the 2
then-
holy cows.
and then they have to get up there, and then there's like a picture of a fruit on a screen, and then they have
Okay.
to say it, and there are 2 people, so you challenge someone. Anyways, here's the
that's
floor.
easy.
Let's go.
You would think so.
Let's duel.
Make sure your web locked. Okay. Wait, I've definitely seen clips of this.
Ben and I watch it religiously.
Banana.
Orange.
Apple.
Grapes.
Strawberry.
I've definitely seen this
Pineapple.
because I saw the
Pear.
audio of it on TikTok. That was the desserts.
Blueberry.
Raspberries.
Wait, this is crazy though because
Kiwi.
I see this and I'm like,
Sometimes
Lemon.
people just
do
like
this.
totally freeze up. It's great.
Cherry.
And then also some people will be like, they'll like
Peach.
get extra floor, and they'll think that they're like the
Mango.
god of the floor, and then keep like
Grapefruit.
trying to advise people on the floor.
melon.
And it's like, you're not an
Muskmelon.
expert on the
Cantaloupe.
floor.
yeah. Wait, what is
Pass.
the floor?
It's the floor that they're on. They
Oh,
all have
okay.
their squares.
Holy
Persimmon.
cow.
Thank you,
Holy
Persimmon.
cow.
Lime.
Now I'm just playing.
Red
Cranberry.
currant.
A red currant.
Whoa. I would fail.
Pass.
That's fashion. Yeah. Kumquat.
Pass.
I was close though. Maybe they would have given it to me. Guava.
Pass.
Sometimes they won't give people things that are like mispronounced slightly, and it's really fucked up.
Raisin.
Dates. Idiot. You idiot.
Date.
There you go. Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
Wait, I'm crushing this. Lychee.
Almond.
Almond. Is anybody else playing along? That was so crazy.
Isn't it the
That was
best show
so
in the world?
crazy.
The
Almond.
the fucking like here's do you want to watch spices and condiments or pizza toppings? Here you go.
Okay, pepperoni. I'm gonna play along, guys.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom,
Okay.
Bell
Bell pepper.
Mhm.
Green bell pepper.
Sausage.
beef, hamburger, sausage, oh, damn it.
Onion. I thought we were
Meatballs.
going
Meatball.
back and forth.
Okay, sorry, I'm him.
Olives.
Olives. Okay, I'm her. Olives, black olives.
Pass.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Oh, I get to do. Okay.
Tomato sauce.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay. Pesto.
Pesto.
Holy cow.
Thank you for the holy cow.
Parmesan.
cheese.
Ham.
Bologna or ham.
Bologna. Pass.
Oh,
Canadian bacon.
I would have flopped on
up.
that. I would have flopped.
Basil.
Basil.
Garlic.
Garlic.
Oh, sorry.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
I love jalapenos.
Eggplant.
Jalapenos make everything better. Ham.
Ham.
Spinach.
Oh, spinach.
Hello?
Artichoke.
Artichoke.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
There you go.
The
Oh my god,
spices,
cracked
chili
red
flakes.
pepper. Yes. Oh, chili flakes.
chicken.
Okay, it would
That's
count.
not
They would
chili
count it.
flakes.
They would probably count it.
Oh, mozzarella.
Burrata. Or mozzarella. Burrata.
Mozzarella ball.
Burrata.
Pass.
Burrata. Burrata.
Oh, burrata. Ah.
The shock, the disappointed crowd is killing me.
So, anyways, this is Ben and I's favorite show. We watch
Wait, I'm
it so
really
much.
into that.
That was first season, right? Yes, I think so. It might have been second season. So, do you want to hear my additions to the
Please,
floor of like
please.
rules? Okay, so Schwo.
Schwo. The floor, schwo.
So here's the floor.
Okay. So you get a tile when you beat somebody.
Yes. So let me see if there's like an aerial view. I'm gonna show y'all in a sec. Don't worry.
This is such a good icebreaker question of what would your floor topic be?
My floor topic would be anime, probably.
Anime?
Okay,
What would my
here we
floor
go.
topic be?
I
I actually don't know.
one sec, y'all.
Unfortunately, I fear it's like Dungeons and Dragons
I love that.
lore. Or not lore, but mechanics. I'm really good at the mechanics. And I don't know, like people in the world of tech policy. That's boring. though.
Okay, so here are like everyone has their own things. So we have like
Okay.
The Simpsons, famous hair, veggies,
Famous hair is
birds,
crazy.
bathroom items. My favorite's like household drawer
Human body.
items, human body.
Holy
Like there's this one
cow.
that's like drawer, like the junk drawer, you know? And so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
literally felt like it was for babies. It'd be like rubber band.
Real.
And so they'll have a randomizer, which is like never random, and it picks one of these people, and then you can pick anyone that touches your territory. And so you still
Okay.
have you're challenging them. And so if you're Nepo babies and you get picked,
Ooh,
you can
awesome
choose
topic.
tools, sci-fi, popular books, or serials.
Okay.
And then if you beat them in that, you get their territory. And you can either choose to stay on stage and challenge another person. So you would also have, in addition to the original ones, famous hair, hobbies, and veggies, and you can challenge them. And you can stay up there as long as you want. The first season, so this is the first season because this lady wins.
Which lady?
This one in the yellow dress.
TV hosts.
Yes. She won once and then just stayed there and like went back to the floor and then was silent the entire time. And that's the way to win. And you get like $250,000 if you win.
Really?
So you stay the whole time, but you're playing for that one $250,000.
Yes.
If you want instead guys, this was from 2 years ago. It's not spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. All right, narc. If you want to play in like the short term, which I personally think is the better angle if you want money,
Okay.
if you have the most territory, you can get $20,000 each day. You get $20,000 from the most territory. So if you stay up there for a bit, you can get the territory and you're good to go. And then usually you'll win like 2 episodes because then you can stay. And if the randomizer doesn't hit you, you still
can
get that
just stay.
20K.
Yeah.
And then eventually someone will beat you and it's fine.
Oh yeah, promo the 10K goal in the Discord. I can do it when I'm back at my chair. Or MJ, if you just,
Holy
or
cow.
Mayjoy, if you just want to do it, you have authority.
You have authority. So they did add something in here where if you stay up for like, if you
Also,
win.
look here. What? Look where? Sorry, continue. Please stop. Keep talking. Do you see that? It just says Asha, look here.
Asha, look here.
I'm looking.
If you get like 4 in a row, you get like a extra like 30 seconds or whatever, or 10 seconds that you can use once. I think this is bullshit. I think to incentivize people, because the second season, everyone watched and they were like, hey, let's everyone's gonna like go back to the floor because they realize that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And so Rob Lowe would just get progressively disappointed as no one would stay up there. So I think to incentivize people to stay up there, you should get a time boost for each one. Or
Okay.
alternatively, you should be able to pick a different square in the entire thing. Asha, look
Gotcha.
here. Oh, Asha, look there. Asha,
Guys,
look down.
Guys, please. Guys, please.
All right, we have 15 minutes. Do we want to shout out donuts?
Only 15 minutes, yes.
All right, I'm going to take it solo, y'all. Asha, thank you for being our 3K reward.
Of course.
All right, guys, we got 15K.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Sorry, we have 15 minutes. We don't have 15K. We have over 3,000.
Huge.
Which is amazing and better than call time, especially for the vast majority of candidates. But we're really trying to show that we don't need rich people to be able to have a functioning political system. So if you want to help us, it's called The Floor. Yes. If you want to help us do that, donate at catforillinois.com/stream. We got 15 minutes. This is our last of our trial streams. We did this for a whole month and we have raised over $60,000 this way. And that's thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. If you are, if you can't, or if you can, send this link to your friends and tell them to come hang. catforillinois.com/stream. Were you hearing holy cows, by the way?
Yes, they were.
Awesome.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
William L.
William L., thank you so much for your donation.
Benjamin H.
Benjamin H., thank you so much for your donation.
Miranda S.
Miranda S., thank you so much.
Martin T.
Martin T., thank you so much.
And John B with $100.
And John B with $100. Thank you so much. So we had a 3K goal. Asha comes and hangs out with us. Our 5K goal, I will bring Heater back out again, or we can choose a new one if we want. And our 10K goal, which we are very behind on, we're about $6,500 away, is I will read part of my One Direction fan fiction, but we only have 12 minutes to do that. Oh no, whoops. catforillinois.com/stream. Drop your $6,500 or don't, you know? Sometimes you don't need to drop $6,500. Can we hear more about your education plans? Yes. So specifically how to recruit and retain teachers. I think we need to have, just like in our healthcare plan, we talk about helping subsidize doctors' education. Sorry, I'm balancing 50 tabs right now. Doctors' education, especially to get them in rural areas where they,
Holy cow.
rural areas. We need to be doing the same with teachers. These are public employees. These are people that are benefiting the public in general. We need to be paying for teachers' education, and we also need to make sure that we are putting more money in education, more federal dollars. Only 3% of our public schools in Illinois are funded by federal dollars, and that needs to be higher. We also need to be limiting class sizes. But to do all of this, we need to be making education more attainable. We need to be having student loan forgiveness. And frankly, public universities need to be free. We need to ensure that when people want to serve the public, they can, and they shouldn't be punished for that. And now Heater is playing with a little bead. It is so cute. What are we doing, y'all? All right, we got 10 minutes left. catforillinois.com/stream. I will be playing the rest of this Hades round for the next 5 minutes.
Maya had a great idea with this one sentence of the fan fiction. Okay.
One sentence of the fan fiction for 5K. How far away are we, Asha?
We are at
Holy cow.
We have $1,200 more to get one sentence of the fan fiction. I will be real. I will probably anonymize it a little bit while still keeping in the spirit, just because I don't want people to look it up in case it still exists somewhere on the internet. I'm not telling you.
okay.
So 1200K, you get one sentence of my middle school One Direction fan fiction. I have to open chat again. Will this fan fiction make us die of cringe? Yes. But that's okay. We were all cringe in middle school, and I think we need to be more open about that.
Holy cow.
CapRillinois.com/stream. We raise 1200K in the next 10 minutes. You get to hear one sentence from my middle school fan fiction. Or not, you know? It's your choice. It's in your hands. I'm gonna gaslight everyone. Put it on the merch site. No. Absolutely not. Asha, I'll fire you. We gotta reach 5K. I'm firing Asha.
Holy cow.
Cat Abagazale holds staffer's job hostage. $3 from all of us would do it. It would, but maybe you don't want to do it, and I get that. What if instead...
Ooh, was it self-insert?
I'm not telling y'all. Y'all have to donate $1,200. The whole fan fiction book for $69,420.
Holy cow.
All right, y'all. Well, I've been playing a lot of Hades 2 during these trial streams just because it's been kind of a decompressing thing for me. But I would love to hear your suggestions. I really like Hades. I really like cozy games, but also I like things with good story.
Holy cow.
I like things that have good female characters. Drop your suggestions either here in our Discord, discord.gg/CapForIllinois. And while I'm saying other links, donate at CapForIllinois.com/stream to prove that grassroots... What?
Nothing, sorry.
Okay, thank God.
Holy cow.
That campaigns can be about more than just rich people. Have you ever played Oxenfree? I have not. What is that? Good story might be difficult for a talkative stream. That's very true. Okay, I'll say this. I think like something that's just really... Is Silksong really that fun? Everyone keeps talking about Silksong. Like, I just want something that's fun. I don't know. I like having fun. I'm kind of controversial like that. CapForIllinois.com/stream, y'all. We got 6 minutes left. If y'all want to... Yeah, let's do some shout-outs. CapForIllinois.com/stream. If you want a shout-out and possibly to embarrass me. I don't know how I did this. All right. Caitlin G, thank you so much for your donation. Donald A, thank you so much. S?
Oh, S, sorry.
Hosea S, thank you so much for your donation.
Jeff M.
Jeff M with 69, nice.
John Z.
John Z, thank you so much for your donation.
David C.
David C?
Yes.
David C, thank you so much.
See you later.
You're welcome. Have you played Pokemon Legends ZA yet? No, I need to grab my Switch. It's in a box. I'm really excited to play it, though. I don't know how to stream it on stream because I would love to. I'm very excited to play it. I loved Legends Arceus. Donate at CapForIllinois.com/stream to elect a real gamer to Congress. And I'm very excited to play ZA. We're less than 1,000 away from 5K. Can we do it, folks? CapForIllinois.com/stream. Do you want a congressional candidate who will mortify themselves live on air? This is like when I agreed to the 24-hour stream, which we are not doing because unless someone can donate like 30,000, which is illegal. But it was just like a split-second thing, and then I was like, oh wow, cool. And I have no one to blame but myself. 4 minutes, y'all.
Holy cow.
I love Big City Little Kitty. CapRealIllinois.com/stream. Let's raise $4,999.
Holy cow.
Okay, if you can get like 10 of your friends to each donate 3K right now, we can still make it happen. for the 24-hour stream. Yeah, everyone contact their friends that have $3,000. Tell them to donate. CapRealIllinois.com/stream. Yeah, the second stage is really fun. I loved the ending to this. I thought it was very fun. Guys, we got 3 minutes left. If you want a shout out, you got to donate in the next 2 minutes. CapRealIllinois.com/stream. Asha, can we shout out some donors?
Yes. Daniel S.
Daniel S., thank you so much for your donation.
Dominic C.
Dominic C. with $32.69.
Jenna C.
Nice.
$4.20.
Jenna C. with $4.20. Nice.
Kai B.
And Kai B., thank you so much. There's a Jordson Jean cat mod for Stardew. That's so cute. I've always wanted to mod Stardew, but I've always played it on Switch, and now I have a Steam Deck, and I don't know how to mod it on Steam Deck, but I guess I could do it on the PC now. So, CapRealIllinois.com/stream. We got 3 minutes, y'all. I just really want to say this has been a very cool project to do. And I will officially announce we will be continuing streams, which I'm sure all of you guessed, but we've had so much fun doing this, both me and Asha and our guests. We're very grateful for everyone tuning in, and we hope that we can build this up week after week. We'll probably be doing it for 2 times a week instead of 3 times a week as the campaign ramps up. But that's thanks to you guys. So thank you for making this happen. We're going to be incorporating a lot of... Asha, do you want to come up and talk about some of our new features?
Oh, yeah.
We might be going like 5 minutes over, but we'll go into overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, super excited to announce that we're working with Hovercast, which is a really cool company, and we're creating we'll have goals every stream. You'll be able to see your name pop up on stream with some really cool custom pop-ups. There will be like polls and ways for chat to interact, like word bubbles and stuff. We have like trivia that we can play if we want to do a chat trivia night. So yeah, we're working on that. It's gonna be really, really fun. Every time we hit a goal, you guys are gonna be able to decide what our goal is.
Kind of like what we did today.
Kind of like what we did today.
But more organized.
But much more organized. And we'll have goals for you guys to choose from. And it'll be really, really fun. I really think you guys are gonna like it. And I think it'll make stream more engaging. And it means we get to continue this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super. Oh, it's totally done for trivia night. Yippee!
Yay!
Yes. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're gonna try and keep the holy cow sound. It might not be synced up, but I feel like it's just such an integral part of stream.
I mean, like, it's really necessary.
I fear it is necessary.
I think we were thinking about the third sticker. I think holy cow is great.
Holy cow should 100%
That is one
be
thing. We're actually developing stickers, and we would love for some, if not all streams, when people donate, we can mail you a sticker that will only be available for people who donate on stream. So we can't wait to show you all those. Those will be coming probably like later on, like in a couple weeks, because we have to finish them and then, order them. But seriously, this has been so much fun. Such an improvement over call time. I don't think you'll understand. Every candidate is so fucking jealous of us right now.
Literally every single candidate.
Genuinely. And it's, will the stickers be game themed? Yes, they will be stream themed. It's going to be a lot of fun, and they're very cute, the ideas that we have. So thank you so much for being a part of this. We have some donors to shout out for our last stream.
Yeah, I can go get them.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock, so any donors after this don't count to the fan fiction line.
True.
When's our next stream, Asha?
We are are taking Tuesday off. No stream Tuesday. 'Cause
Oh.
Matt has a candidate forum.
Right. Tuesday we're having a candidate forum, so our next stream will be on Thursday.
Next stream will be Thursday.
And we're not sure if that's going to be our schedule. We will be announcing a more solidified schedule as we get our like official stream up and running. But that will be coming. Next stream is on Thursday. All right, Asha, who are we shouting out? And then we can get our total.
Yes. Genji L with $100.
Genji L with $100. Is that, are they based in Illinois?
They are.
Hi, Genji. Great seeing you the other night.
Nicholas H with a recurring donation.
Nicholas H with a recurring donation, a fantastic way to help us plan for the future and consistently help the campaign on your budget.
John H.
John H, thank you so much for your donation.
Holy cow.
Jose P, thank you so much.
And Marcelo S.
And Marcella S.
Holy
Also,
cow.
Vi is in the chat, and I just want everyone to know, everyone who knows, who's seen Vi in the chat, who's been incredible. I got to meet Vi at Broadview this week. She was such an angel. We bonded over anime. She was wearing the coolest One Piece shit. Like, Vi, it was great to meet you, and I'm very glad to have you as a friend.
Cute.
All right, what's our total, Asha?
Our total for tonight's
Holy
stream is
cow.
$4,207.
Our total for tonight's stream, $4,207, which was, I can't stress enough. Like, I know we had a very ambitious goal for today, and this is not a this is not a downgrade. That was straight up an ambitious goal because we thought it'd be fun, and hitting 70K would be cool. But what?
It is 420 plus 7.
But it is 420 plus 7, which is cool. But like, that is unbelievable. So
Holy
many
cow.
so many candidates would love to be able to fundraise like this in terms of interacting with people, doing stuff they like, not being chained in a room. And honestly, I hope that they can do that. I hope that we are creating a new type of dynamic that more people can join. So thank you so much for being a part of this. We love you, and we will see you on Thursday. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't have to say fan fiction. Bro, that could have been bad.
Make sure you end the stream.
I did end it.